Goalkeeper on the bench for the visitors. York City will start this game kicking towards the virtually, it's as empty as it possibly could be, the North Stand, when you consider that it has the Boreham Wood fans in there. There's probably, Ian can probably count on his fingers and his toes how many there are actually. I've just put a picture on social media, possibly 35, 40, a couple more just popped through the entrance on that far side of the field. The Boreham Wood fans, they do not travel in numbers, possibly the smallest club in terms of supporter base in the National League. They're in their all black kit, very similar to York City's black kit. York City, of course, in their traditional red shirts, blue shorts and white socks. Ian Dunn, we can bring him in. Here he is, the former York City striker and winger. Good evening.
Hey David, nice to be here. Great atmosphere.
You sound out of breath, Ian.
Slightly,
you been
yeah.
busy?
I've done a little bit, I like to keep myself fit on a Tuesday evening. But yeah, you're right about bless them, Boreham Wood. It's probably about, give me 2 minutes, I can count that. But yeah, looking at the City end, they're here in force, and hopefully with the noise, bring the noise tonight.
Boreham would get the game underway. Back to Chris Bush, the big centre half who stayed with them through their relegation season, through the season last year in National South, and now back up into the National League. Goes back to the Boreham Wood goalkeeper, and they're playing it out on the right hand side with Reynolds down the line. It goes towards Sousa, who drops deep to get it. Good possession play from the away side at the start of this game. Bush has Newton pushed up on this left-hand side. Goes to Abdul Malik instead. He's under pressure and goes back to Bush. Bush once more to Abdul Malik. Up towards halfway. Cuts past Joe Gray rather easily. Does Abdul Malik. He's the danger man tonight for Boreham Wood. And back into midfield it goes to Tom White. White with a long ball down the right-hand side. That's overhit though, and he's going to go all the way through to Harrison Mail, who lets it go behind for a goal kick. 0-0. 45 seconds on the clock here on BBC Radio York. Your thoughts on the two changes and how big a blow that there's no Fagan Walcott, Ian? Yeah,
it's a huge blow. And just to go back, I think we spoke about this before the game about who would you bring in, and Callum Howard seemed the obvious one, but Ash Palmer's not really put a foot wrong. I know he played half a game on Saturday, but he's looked strong. But you need pace in that defence, and Ryan Fallowfield adds that, or he brings that.
Are you surprised though that out of their first, what we consider the first choice three at the back, that they haven't brought him back in Howard, but just come back in second, because Boreham would have the ball. They're seeing all the ball at the start of this half. Edge of the York City penalty area. Around the corner it goes to Sousa. Good link up play. It's going to fall through here. Abdul Malik can have a shot on goal. He's walking the ball in. If he does, it's a great save, Harrison Mill, and then the rebound's tapped in. Boreham would take the lead. That was terrible defending. He has literally waltzed his way through the York City defence. There's Abdul Malik. He should have scored. He hit it straight at Harrison Mail. It rebounded straight to the onrushing, I think it was Matt Rush, who had the easiest chance to tap it into the back of the net. 1-0 to the visitors after just 100 seconds.
Yeah, it's the worst possible start for City, and everything I was about to answer your question with would have sounded crazy from me, because I was going to say, the defence, you've got Fallowfield in there for the pace and Palmer, but they've just been opened up there, and you fear, had Callum Howe been there, a bit more organisation maybe, I don't know. It all seemed too easy.
That is going to be the call already. Why is Callum Howe not playing here?
Yeah.
And we're not saying it's Ash Palmer's fault.
No, it's no. That was no one's fault. It was just, but it was. I think as a collective, they broke in through our defence
far too easily.
Really
York
easily.
Haven't seen the ball in the opening 2.5 minutes here, so they trail by a goal to nil. A terrible start for Stuart Maynard's side, and they get ready to kick off once more. Or to kick off for the first time, so it was Boreham Wood that got the game underway. It goes back to Hunt, and at least York City can now see the ball. Felix, they may have scored that goal without York City having a touch of the ball.
It was the most surreal of starts. City didn't touch the ball, basically, and Boreham Wood, I've got to say, the little number 10 showed a lot of skill there. Abdul Malik.
Long ball downfield from Mail onto the head of Bush, picked up by Gray. Gray beaten to it, but manages to find its way to Felix. Comes back into Gray. Big hole for him to come forward to now Gray. Up towards the edge of the box. Goes wide right to Fallowfield. Fallowfield across the face of the box to Boateng. Boateng's allowed to turn to get it on that left foot. Now it's to Ollie on the edge of the D. Ollie to the right hand side to Fallowfield. Crossing position, and it comes now the ball just over the head of everyone. Put behind for a York City corner by Cox at the back.
Yeah, the only positive you can get out of that, David, is that if you're going to go a goal behind at any stage of the match, it's probably best in the first minute of the game. Gives you plenty of time to get back into it. Which City, now they're getting the ball, they actually look half decent there on the attack.
Hunt walking across to take the corner kick. He's strolling across, raising his left arm. Doesn't seem in any particular rush to get over there, does he?
No, I'm guessing this is one they've worked on in the training ground. It must be. That's a long left arm up in the sky.
His deliveries haven't been great so far this season from these corners, and it comes now, free header clear from Boreham Wood, and it's a good header clear as well. And then Newby's given away possession. Now the break is on to Sousa, who's across this left hand side wearing a big face mask. He's going to run at Gray, who's York's last man. Down the line he goes. Abdul Malik's round the back of Felix. He can pull it back and pick out Blackshirt, tapping the back post, just missed the man. Rush should have had a second, and York City getting away with it.
Oh my word, he has just missed. That's one of the misses of the season. I mean, it's brilliant play from Boreham Wood. They've hit City with pace, electric pace, and the pass in from Abdul Malik. I mean, the guy in the middle of the park, in the middle of the goal,
I talked about this
David.
last night on the radio, and again after 6 o'clock tonight. City are just so open a lot of the time in open play. They got in behind Felix so easily there on the right hand side.
I think mentally we were trying so hard to attack. We'd had a bit of the ball. We needed to get back in the match, and almost threw too many bodies. It's only 4 minutes in, and we threw too many bodies.
Brunt over the top again. They're in again down this left hand side. Can they keep it in play by the corner flag? They can, but it's a scuffed cross, and Ash Palmer will be able to clear that one as far as Joe Felix. Felix comes in field to Hunt on the edge of his own penalty area. City need to wake up. Boateng across the left hand side it goes to Newby. Good ball. He's got some space now to run forward in. Over halfway he comes in field as well as Alex Newby, and then tries to thread it through, but nowhere near Ollie Pearce. Didn't give him a real chance, an opportunity to get at the end of that, but it's given away by Boreham Wood to Alex Hunt. He can drive forward to the right hand side of the penalty area. Across the face of the box once more. Newby, little flick around the corner. Pearce trying to feed it through for Newby. Picked up by Hunt. He can get a shot away if he wants to. He's keeping the ball. He's taking it into the penalty area now to Gray. Gray to the left hand side towards Ollie, but Kitchen is also there. Should have had a shot, surely, Ian. Cross comes in. Not a great cross. Easily cleared again. He sort of seemed scared of shooting.
He was on his left foot, but you're right. And if you don't buy a ticket, you're going to win the raffle, and you're on the 18-yard box with a goal in front of you. Maybe it's worth having a swing at it.
And now Boreham Wood come forward. This is so open. Brunt on this left hand side gets past Palmer. Infield it comes to Abdul Malik. He gives it to Sousa. He can have a shot. No one closes him down. See if it's a rush. Still no play. Still no cover. Back to Sousa into the box. What are York doing defensively? They're just standing off their men. There's 5 men round 1 man, and no one went to tackle. Cross comes in now. Cut out of the near post by Fallowfield. They are all over the place here. York City at the back.
It's panic stations a little bit, David. I think some credit's got to go to Boreham Wood. They have come with an intent to score goals. You know, most teams come here, get a goal up and sit back. They are not doing that, and I think that is maybe catching City out psychologically.
You can tell this is a defence that hasn't played together, a defensive unit, and I don't just include the 3 centre-backs here.
That hasn't helped, but I mean, genuinely, they've missed. I would like to see that miss again, but it was an open goal, wasn't it?
There was 5 players around Sousa as well in the box there. Not one of them tried to close him down or stop the shot or block it.
Probably nervous of because they're quick feet. They don't want to give a penalty away.
Long ball down the right-hand side. Can they keep it in? Cox on that far side. He can. He gets a cross in. Palmer's able to hack it clear. Flicked forward towards Ollie, who's clattered into there by the Boreham Wood man. That'll be a free kick to York, just short of halfway left of centre. Hopefully they can calm it down slightly. Goal for South Shields. They lead Scarborough Athletic 1-0 in that top of the table battle in National North. That's on DAB if you want that tonight, and on BBC Sounds. Ian Dunn.
Yes, there's a feeling of shell shock. I'm looking around the main stand here, and everyone's in a little bit of disbelief as to what's happened to go goal behind. And let's be honest, it could and maybe should be 2. That I think is going to be one of the misses of the season from the Boreham Wood striker. It was on a plate. He was in the 6-yard box. He's just air shot the ball. City have got a game on here, David. They're going to have to get themselves calmed down and not throw bodies. 7 minutes into the match, don't go gung ho. You go 2 goals down, you've lost the game. So be sensible, and I can appreciate the need to get back in this match, but it does need to be done in the first 10 minutes.
On this right hand side here, Brunt picks it up, does well, but then can't find a black shirt, and Ryan Fallowfield will pick it up for York City. Fallowfield to Boateng out across the far side to Kitchen. Kitchen will play it down the line to Newby. Lots of space once more over there for Alex Newby to come forward over halfway. Give and go for Greg Ollie. Newby gets it back. Can he keep it in play? He can. Now he can drive at the centre back who's been dragged out over that far side. Charlie O'Connell. Newby can't get there. In fact, Connell can get there, and he manages to clear downfield and over halfway, and Boateng has to go back towards his own goal, and he almost loses possession there to Ciaran Boateng. He eventually does really, really well to keep hold of possession for York City and gives it to Ash Palmer. York City 0, Boreham Wood 1, 8.5 minutes gone. Good turn, the centre circle from Gray, sells Bush, Gray runs towards the edge of the box, have a shot, tries to feed it through with Pearce. Why didn't he shoot?
There's a chance to shoot there.
He's tried to feed it through. They opened up. He had a free shot of goal from the edge of the area, but didn't fancy taking it on.
It looked such a good run. I think we spoke about this at a recent game, David, about players having the... You got to have a bit of courage as well.
Twice. That's Hunt and Gray have got to the edge of the box, had that opportunity. It's really opened up.
Yeah, but I get how we like to play football, into feet, in and around the box, short, sharp moves. But sometimes, you know what? If you see the whites of the goal, you can swing your foot and have a shot. And I think that's maybe just what Joe Gray was lacking just then. Just have a go, you know. Not everything needs to be in and around the box in a short, sweet move. We know we can do that.
Walk it in.
Exactly. That
doesn't have to be the perfect goal.
They were the words I was looking for. Trying to walk it in, and it's lovely to watch when it comes off. But you 1-0 down. We're not chasing
again. Look
the game,
at Boreham Wood here.
Shot.
They've got the ball, and they've got a line of 4 up front of Boreham Wood here, across the whole of the pitch, making it as big as they possibly can. They have come here to attack York City. Teams are now starting to take note that you can create chances against this York City side.
Well, there's that, but there's a lot of good teams in this league, and these are one of them. You know, they're up at the top of the table, as we're seeing, for a bit of a reason. They're a decent unit.
Souza to Bush. Bush, long ball downfield again. Ball. Newton's in round the back of Joe Felix again on this right hand side. The York City right is just over here. He gives the thumbs up the ball. Goes into touch for a York City throw-in.
That's 2 or 3 times now, and this is in 10 minutes. So we're playing with 3 at the back. We've got our 2 wing-backs pushing on. The centre-backs pick the ball up, and he's put it over our wing-back stroke centre-half. That's going to cause us problems unless we counter it.
Throw into Joe Felix. 10 yards away from the corner flag. Our gentleman behind us is already a bit agitated. We can hear him asking for some movement from the throw-in. He still hasn't taken this, Joe Felix, because there is a lack of movement. He's got a point as the gentleman just to my right, over my right shoulder, cleared by City straight to a black shirt, and then it's given away to Boateng. Boateng can give it to Kitchen on the left. He'll come forward. There's room over there for Newby. Seems both sides are trying to attack more down their left-hand side. Newby, Kitchen provides the overlap. Newby comes in field. 35 yards from goal. Newby gives it to Hunt. Hunt again can have a shot if he wanted to, but the ball got away from him, so he spreads it to Felix. Felix on this right hand side of the penalty area. He's going to run at his man. Felix takes him to the byline, tries to get across in, manages to. Goalkeeper has to palm it behind from a tight angle for a corner kick. I think it was just a weak wrist really from the goalkeeper there. He probably should have held that. It wasn't going in.
Yeah, I think maybe just caught a little bit off guard, because obviously Joe Felix was trying to put the ball into a good area for his striker, and he's hitting the near post, and the keeper's put it out for a corner. I mean, the way this game is set up, it looks, I hope it's not a case of we're going to try and outscore you, because Boreham would look like they've got a lot of goals in them. So
second corner for York City. He raises both arms, does Alex Hunt, outswinger from this near side across the face of the penalty area. Not dealt with by Boreham Wood. City have cleared it off their own line. Boateng took on the shot, and it was blocked by Ollie Pearce on the goal line, but the referee had seen a foul in there anyway, so I don't think it would have counted. That was a better corner from York City. Another pre-pan move all across the turf to the near post. City should have got the first contact. I think Ash Palmer's completely scuffed it.
Yeah, and they've obviously worked on that in training again. I think Stuart Maynard pays credit to Gary Elphick for the work he does on the training field. That was a good move. Just not quite executed as they've probably done it on the training ground. Yeah, he's missed. Oh no, he's maybe meant to miss it, David. The dummy. And it was Boateng that had the shot just after Ash Palmer dummied it. I'm going to give him credit for that.
It didn't go in.
It didn't go in.
That's all that counts really, and the foul was given. Long ball downfield again. Bush. Rush has held off Kitchen really well there. Brunt then gives away possession, does he? Ollie just can't get there.
Little Meg's in there as well from Boreham Wood.
There was. Boateng tries to win it back for York City, and the away team have it at the back. They lead by a goal to 0. They look dangerous every single attack they've had, and they've had a few attacks already in this game. Abdul Malik goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Herrick, who's on loan from West Ham, a season loan for West Ham for the young goalkeeper. Not yet been called into action. Ball down the York City left here for Boreham Wood. Kitchen gets there and goes back to Mail in his all-purple kit once more. He clears downfield. Headed clear once more by White. And then Hunt does well, and he's able to lay it off back once more to Harrison Mail. 1-0 to Boreham Wood. Hunt comes forward and gives it to Gray. Gray in a deep position, turns in the centre of the field, goes back to Alex Hunt. Hunt once more, turns one way then t'other, and gives it to Palmer. 81333 on the text. Start your message with the word York. 8000 321 333. Again, start your message with the word York. City knocking it around calmly at the back. Until tonight, I was going to say what a few days it's been. 4-0 win on Saturday. Sunday, that was just a beautiful day for everyone, was Sunday. And then yesterday, Ian, you must have been absolutely delighted that your big mate Sean Dyche back in football. It's been a great few days for you.
A great weekend. I'm not sure what happened on Sunday though.
Pearce lays it off to Ollie. Pearce round the corner, can't find his man, and the black shirts have it. I do have some good news though.
Please, be nice.
That was full of good news there, obviously, but I've got even more good news. More good news that you'll like more than the previous good news.
Oh, I'm
our very, very good friend Mike Warwick. Do you know Mike Warwick? Yeah, sits just up here somewhere behind us. He's been on holiday in Tenerife.
Right.
With his wife, as Mike, and of course he was listening on Saturday from Tenerife, where we put out a request.
Oh, yes.
And our request has been answered from lovely Mike as York City try and come forward.
Oh,
the bag of Haribo each for us there.
Mike Warwick.
The sweet cuts are available.
Thank you very much. That is appreciated and will be required for a little bit of energy later on in this evening, I'm sure. Thank you very much. That is appreciated.
Boreham would have it on this left-hand side. Downfield it goes. Rush, the goal scorer, tries to get on the edge of it, and then Kitchen makes a foul out of that and throws himself to the ground, and the referee gives the decision. It's quite theatrical there from Mark Kitchen, but it did the job as far as York City are concerned.
He made sure he got the free kick.
He most certainly did make sure he got the free kick. He'd be a call for captain, wouldn't he, Mark Kitchen?
Yes, a good shout as well. He has been so impressive. What a good signing by the club, because he's come down and he could have been playing league football. He's come to York City and he shows why. You can see him back in the league, hopefully with York City. He's a good player.
Throwing to Boreham Wood on halfway on this near side. The Boreham Wood substitutes get up off the bench and go and start warming up alongside us. Give him back to the goalkeeper, a bit sloppy. Lets it run across his 6-yard box and then clears for a split second. I think he had his heart in his mouth, and that'll be a York City throw in on halfway on the far side of the field this time, that Kitchen takes back to Palmer. Palmer, under no pressure, can try and pick out a pass at walking pace. He's almost lost control of the ball there under no pressure. Palmer, I think he took his eye off it. Has it to in the end go back to Harrison Mail. Now to Fallowfield, back to Mail once more. He's put under a little bit of pressure by Abdul Malik, so he clears long downfield. Joe Felix isn't going to win many headers up there against Joe Newton, the former Solihull Moors man. And once again it goes back to Herrick in goal. This
is the thing, if you think back to the Rochdale game where they sat off, you know, when Harrison Mail was getting the ball and we were playing around the back, Rochdale sat off in what I thought was a poor show by them. Teams that come and have a go and actually get into the face of Harrison Mail when he's getting the ball are causing us problems.
And Abdul Malikor skinned Brian Fallowfield. What trick that was to get away from him there. Then lays it off down the line to Newton. Newton cross into the box. Palmer volleys clear. As far as Gray can't pick it up though, and the black shirts are going to come again. Abdul Malik looks excellent so far.
He looks lively, doesn't he?
Former Millwall player.
Yeah, real live wire. But yeah, they've got in our faces, is what I'm trying to say. In layman's terms, they've got in our faces and they've upset the balance. And you know, Harrison Mail isn't getting much time on the ball. You know?
Yeah, I think we've seen enough from Abdul Malik. He's not going to be at Boreham Wood for too long.
No. How old is he?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. Relatively young.
I mean, if he's 36, he
he's
probably
most
will be
not
for a
36.
While.
Bush at the back.
Good player.
Newton. You can tell they're good going forward, just the fact that Lewis Richardson can't get a start.
Yeah, a player who I was, hoping would end up at York City, and he's ended up down in London. Yeah, obviously decent players to keep that standard of player out.
Into midfield they go to O'Connell, former Peterborough man. He loses possession to Gray. Gray gets it out his feet and finds Boateng. Down the line it goes now to Ollie in the penalty area. He can't get across and it's blocked, and it goes into touch for a York City throw in far side of the field. 1-0 it remains to the visitors.
There was a fraction of a second there. Joe Gray could have just slipped Ollie Pearce, what the kind of ball Ollie Pearce prays for and dreams of, right through the middle of the goal. It looked easy from here. It clearly isn't as it's clearly too fast for Joe Gray there, but the signs that City can get back in this match.
Tyrese Sinclair's up and warming up down this near side. He's feeling the coldest, Tyrese. Have you ever seen a bigger... it's sort of like a snood that he's got on his head.
That's just jealousy, David. It's because he's got hair.
So he shouldn't need it then. He's got hair to protect himself. He doesn't need that. Felix down the line. Comes in field now, does Joe Felix. Up towards the edge of the box. Good tackle comes in at him, but the ball makes its way to Hunt. Boateng. Now it's Kitchen. Kitchen across to Newby. Newby will think about running at Cox. He'll come in field and be forced back towards halfway. Alex Newby. Back it goes to Kitchen. Kitchen. Back once more to Newby. Newby comes in field once more. Could have a shot. Square ball all the way across the far side of the penalty area to Felix. Felix plays it inside the penalty area to Fallowfield. He tries to cut it back, and then he gets the double ricochet and goes behind for a goal kick.
I think he was. I think the linesman's got it right.
Yeah, I agree. He knows as well, does Ryan Fallowfield, to be fair to him.
Yeah. What I would say, David, I mean, don't want to sound too clever before the event. Ryan Fallowfield went bombing on, brilliant, got his cross in, nearly won the team a corner. Ash Palmer was left on his very own, marking their striker, Matt Rush. If that breaks down...
Well, it's got danger written all over it.
It seems easy to highlight it from here. We're seeing it from a good angle, but you know, you kind of want to get the message on. Hey, I wouldn't believe in anyone one-on-one with a fast striker, and it would have exploited Ash Palmer had they managed to break. So yeah, that's something to watch. I fear that City got to be just careful when they're overloading.
Boreham would have lost control of the ball on that far side, so that'll be a York City throw on halfway that Greg Ollie takes, and he takes it immediately to Ollie. Boateng tries to power forward and gives it to Pearce. He tries to lay it off, intercepted. Boreham would get a toe to it, and it goes back to halfway, and Boateng now to Palmer. First time to Hunt. He turns, plays the ball off to Gray. Gray can come forward inside right, down to the right hand side to Felix, up towards the edge of the box. Felix tries to get a cross in, deflects behind off the Boreham Wood man, goes behind for a corner. He's going to go to ground, suggesting that's hit him in the head to try and kill a few seconds. I thought it hit him in his side actually, and the referee I think has said something similar as well. He's having a look across the lines and just say, didn't you see that? But no, I think he's right, and Newton's told to get up and York City have a third corner.
Yeah, other than that early flurry, City have managed to sort of get themselves back into this match a little bit by way of possession, still trying to attack. I would still be cautious at the back. Don't go too behind, because this game's still there for anyone, certainly for York City, to get back into.
Hunt raises that left arm once more, outswinger from this near side. Can't be the first man, Alex Hunt. Headed clear. Newby's going to pick it up by the corner flag again. Gives it to Hunt once more. Has a second opportunity. Square ball to Kitchen. No one's closing down. Take on the shot he's told to. He does. Drags it. Blocked. And now Boreham Wood can come forward on the break on that far side. Palmer's tracking his man over that far side, and he does well. But they still manage to find it forward to Abdul Malik. Now it's sent longer onto the head of Felix. He nods into midfield and well controlled by Newby, who can turn. Felix now comes back to this right hand side, up towards the penalty area, and then square ball back to Felix. Felix back to halfway to Fallowfield. York City 0, Boreham Wood 1, almost at halfway point of this first half. The goal coming after just 100 seconds for Boreham Wood as they waltz through the York City penalty area, and the York City defence wide open. Hunt forward to Gray. Pearce has hardly been involved in this game so far. Gray down the line it goes. Can Hunt keep that in play by the byline? I don't think he can. I think that's gone behind for a goal kick, says the referee and the assistant.
Yeah, City are trying the right things, David. They're trying to get in behind the Boreham Wood defence. You got runners like Alex Hunt. Oh, I'll tell you what, I just saw Stuart Maynard point to Harrison Mayle. Harrison Mayle's gone down. Stuart Maynard needs to get a message onto his team, clearly.
Yeah. He's just told Harrison Mayle to go down. Yeah. I saw it as well, so that he can bring everyone across. It's so they've got to get rid of this. Yeah, it's crazy. I know this is helping York City, and it's York City that have instigated it, but it's not good.
No, but it's what teams do. It's what a lot of teams do against us as well. And Stuart Maynard's got a lot of chatting here to do, I think, about certain elements of his way his team's playing at the moment, because they are getting opened up, and they're also looking like they're throwing, to paraphrase Carragher, it feels like a basketball match at times.
It's got so ridiculous now, though. The referee's still in the other half of the field. He's not even gone to see if Harrison Mayle's all right, because he knows exactly what's going on. So he should just allow it. Yeah, I think should just say play on.
I think the physio's just asking Harrison what he's having for
Or
pre-match.
you have to at the start of the game, you have to nominate a player. If you're going to do this, right, you've got to have a player come off for 30 seconds or a minute.
Yeah.
An outfield player.
You can't take the keeper off, can you? So they know it is what it is. I agree with you. I don't like it, but for tonight, if it helps York City, I'll take it.
It's Ryan Fallowfield that's deep in conversation with his manager.
Yeah, I wonder if he's saying the same thing. Don't you know? I want you to go forward, but not at the fear of leaving one-on-one. You know, one City defender against one Boreham Wood attacker with pace. Just be sensible.
Well, that shows how on top I think at times Boreham would have been, or the better of the chances that the Boreham would have had in this game.
Oh, they've had chances.
They forced York City into doing that tonight.
Yeah. Now then, what are we playing? This has just changed. To was Boateng dropped deeper in with Palmer?
Boateng's dropped into the centre of the
yes,
the centre backs here between Fallowfield and Palmer.
Kitchen's gone in. Yeah.
Kitchen's gone into midfield.
Yeah.
So Boateng's playing on the right hand side
of
Palmer. Where's Fallowfield going here?
I'll tell you what,
Kitchen's gone into midfield.
I think Kitchen's man marking at Sousa.
Yeah, I think you're right. Kitchen's been told to man mark Sousa. Now they're just going to drop off while Boreham would have a throw in on halfway. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
And Boateng is playing at the back to the right of Palmer. It's almost like York City have gone into it's the same system, I think, with Boateng replacing Fallowfield, who's now going into midfield as well.
Yeah.
It looks a little all over the place, to be honest, Ian.
There must be some method to the madness. I think Boateng, he's following Zach Brunt
he's
around.
He's following Brunt.
We've got man on man here.
We have, yeah.
Oh, Kitchen's now dropped into the...
No, he's going now. He's going back. He's
watching
towards
Sousa. Yeah. And it looks like Fallowfield is Abdul Malik.
Oh, that's an arm in the face of Greg Ollie. Accidental, I think, from Sousa. The referee's going to have a word. Is he going to get his yellow card out? Oh, and there's pushing and shoving. Pearce has to push one of the Boreham Wood players away. That's number 19. Who was that? Tom White. The referee's going to have a word here with Sousa because he clearly did catch him. Yellow card's coming out.
Yeah, it was an elbow in the face. Oh, yeah, top arm.
I'm not sure it was. I
don't think he meant it. No.
We'll look at the replay of that in a second. Oh, he does have his arm on his face. Yeah, he does a high. Pearce comes sprinting in from a distance. Yellow card then shown to Sousa, the Portuguese winger. And City have a free kick. Boreham would send everyone back to deal with it. Bar Abdul Malik, who's been kept company in the centre circle by Joe Felix. Hunt, diagonal ball from the free kick. One in the air by Boreham Wood. That's going to be allowed to go out of play for a York City corner, far side of the field. York City's fourth corner. And Hunt is on his bike this time. He's in more of a hurry to get across to the far side underneath the giant electronic scoreboard, which there's going to be a second one in this near side. We can see where the scaffolding was erected yesterday for it. I imagine that again is for the Super League, for the TMOs. And they've gone short of Hunt to Boateng at the edge of the area. Back to Hunt. Can he get across? In it comes now. Poor cross. Alex Hunt once more. Easily dealt with by Boreham Wood. Now to the edge of the area. They flick it forward. Newby picks up possession. Now the break could be on here for Boreham Wood, but he's won it back well as Hunt. 35 yards from goal. Goes the long way round. Comes all the way across this near side of the pitch. Felix. Back to Hunt. Hunt back into the centre circle to Gray. Gray will come forward down the left into the centre. No one closes him down into the penalty box. Gray lays it off to the far side. Newby puts a deep cross in. Flicked ahead towards Pearce. A ball appeals for handball immediately from everybody in red. Nothing given by the referee, and the appeals, although everyone did go up for it, were very, very short-lived from the York City players. And now there's a throw on halfway for the away team.
Yeah, I think they realised quickly the referee wasn't going to go for it. I think Ollie Pearce needs to be careful here. He's screaming at the referee. He's convinced it's a penalty. Not many others. Just a big shout out, Alex Hunt. I know his final ball at times hasn't been perfect tonight, but my word, he is putting a shift in, David. He is everywhere.
Yeah, it hits his arm. His arm's down by his side. That's not a penalty.
Not a penalty. Yeah, Hunt is really trying to get, drag the team up, drag them forward. He's getting stuck in. He's all over the park. If anyone's going to turn this game around, I think it's going to come from him.
Just wish his set piece deliveries were better.
Yeah, but we know he's got it in his locker. He can do it. It's for some reason not quite happening for him.
Ollie the rest of his game as he tries to close down the ball. and they have it at the back to the visitors. And they can come forward. Newton's in a lot of space on this near side if they're spotted. White holds onto it in the centre of the park and gives it to Reynolds. Reynolds tries to thread it through. Oh, and he's found his man. Rush round the back on the right hand side. Needs a black shirt in the middle. In it comes now. Boateng's there to head clear for York City. What a ball forward that was. Down that right hand side. Just split that York City defence once more.
This is a good team. You know, I say they're up near the top of the table, David, and this is why they look good in defence and they look lightning in attack.
Boateng picked up by the black shirts the far side of the field, and then
Palmer's in trouble
for a late tackle over that far side on Abdul Malik. Is he going to get a yellow card once more?
He's doing well. He's getting himself out of the he's run away from the referee, that's for sure. He just dangled a leg. I don't think it was too intentional. It certainly wasn't forceful. Maybe that's on his side regards not getting a yellow card.
Yeah, I think he's going to get away with it. Where's he going now, the ref? Is he going looking for him? Oh no, he's marking out the 10 yards.
He sprayed his 10 yards and didn't. I think he's gone across his top of his football boot, the referee, there with the spray.
So free kick. It's just about nearer the halfway line than the penalty area, so this will be a cross towards the edge of the box. They're all in a line, all the players on the edge of the D. And it comes now onto the free header, and he's dragged it wide of goal. I think he tried to head it back across goal there, did Reynolds, looking for the man coming in at the far post, but it was just too far in front of him, and it goes behind for a goal kick again. That is a bit of a let-off for York City.
I'm trying to see where their weaknesses are, because they're good in defence, they're good on the set pieces, they're quick in attack, and they're working the socks off. So City have got it all on here to get back in this match. They can, but they're going to have to find something special.
Boateng. Well, it's about this time last year where York City played Barnet. They were one down until equalising just before half-time with Marvin Armstrong, I think it was, wasn't it? And they came through with a great second half to win by 3-1. It may take something similar tonight. There's Lewis Richardson down here in front of us warming up with his green bib on. Some of the Boreham Wood subs have got green bibs on, some have got orange. Mail has the ball and he goes long looking for Felix again. That's too easy to deal with for Newton against Felix. Heads it well clear and it comes back to Ash Palmer in the centre of York City's defence. Where's the midfield? Shouts the gentleman behind us. Well, he's found somebody. He's found Ollie on the left hand side. Ollie, a little back heel to leave it for Newby. Newby will then take on Cox. Ollie goes into the box. Still got it as Newby. Newby back towards Boateng. Boateng has to get on his bike to make sure he retrieves that, and it goes back to Ollie on the left hand side. Now towards Newby, but he couldn't find his man, and the black shirts have it once more. Souza round the corner from Abdul Malik, who's now playing down that inside right. He started off on the left, he's now gone across the right, possibly since City went man for man.
Yeah, moving around trying to lose his man.
Throw in far side of the field to Boreham Wood. They lead by 1-0, 31 minutes gone, at BBC York Sport if you want to send us a message on social media. Throw in taken to Brunt sends that forward without really looking over his shoulder, and that one this time is easy for the York City defence, and Palmer has it once more. It goes back to Harrison Mail. So this one of York City's games in hand. This game's supposed to be played I think the start of September. One of the games not able to be played because of the Rugby Union World Cup, the Ladies Rugby Union World Cup, as Felix comes forward on this right hand side. City win tonight. They don't move up from 6th, but they do close the gap on the teams above them. A couple of other games taking place as well in the National League tonight. One of them, Scunthorpe's second trip down to Eastleigh after their initial game was postponed right at the death because of right at the end of the game because of a couple of bad injuries in that game. City are forced all the way back to Harrison Mail. I'll bring you the latest scores in those two other games in the National League in just a second. In fact, then do it now. Morecambe one up at Boston and goalless between Eastleigh and Scunthorpe. Scarborough still a goal down at South Shields on DAB. Mail's given a ball away and they've just had a penalty saved as well of Scarborough. So they still trail by 1-0. Boateng finds a Gray and back it goes once more to Harrison Mail. 33 minutes gone, Ian. City still trailing by 1-0.
Yeah, we're up against a good team here. I think City are doing all right. They're getting themselves back into the match, they just must not concede the next goal, David. There's a long way in this match to go. I think City have got all the ammunition to get themselves back into it, but they've got to be tight and clever at the back.
Thread that through to Pearce. He tries to do to Boateng. Boateng is through. Good save from the goalkeeper, diving away to his right hand side as Hiram Boateng took on the shot. I was just about to say they haven't called the goalkeeper into action yet, but he had to make a save there. Routine from Boateng at the edge of the area, and it's gone out for a throw in far side of the field.
Yeah, good break. Ollie Pearce finding Boateng. And Boateng, I think he took it on early. I'm not sure if he could maybe have just had a little touch and got an extra yard into the box, but decent strike and good save from the keeper.
It's gone for a corner. So City's 5th corner kick. Both arms raised from Alex Hunt this time.
Yeah. Could he have had another touch?
Hunt. Just Luke Garrard desperately trying to get on instructions, and it comes from Hunt. This one's more lifted, lofty. Free header at the edge of his 6-yard box.
The opponents are winning the battles in the box, aren't they? They're winning.
Newby will try and put it in now from this right-hand side. Eventually, and it comes now into the middle. Oh, it's missed by everyone and cleared by Bournemouth to Hunt, who takes on the shot, and he balloons it well over the bar and into the empty seats behind the goal.
His body shape never looked right. It never looked like he was going to get over the ball and hit the net. He had to have a go, of course he did. Just didn't sit up nicely for it, for the way his body, for his right foot to get the shot off.
Disappointed that no one challenged for the initial ball in, though, Ian. The free header from the corner.
Yeah. It's like a pinball in there. Yeah, Alex Hunt's shot there, it just didn't sit nicely for a right footer.
Bush on the left-hand side gives it to Newton. Newton forced back by Felix towards his own goal. Felix tries to win it back, and he wins a throw-in for York City. Well played, Joe Felix. Throw-in taken immediately to Gray. Gray back to Felix, who stays on side. Felix tries to skip past his man. The black shirts get it, but they've given away possession to Hunt. Hunt has time to pick out a pass here. Goes back to Kitchen as the South Standers try and get involved a little bit more. Bit of encouragement for their side. 10 minutes to go till half time. Trailing by a goal to nil. Newby with a deep cross into the box. Felix tries to bring it down. Hacked away by Bush as far as Hunt. Hunt to Boateng. Boateng to the left hand side to Newby. Newby 35 yards from goal goes wide left to Kitchen. Kitchen back towards halfway and Boateng. Now Hunt. Hunt thought about sending it across the fallow field, instead goes down the middle to Ollie. Gray, he can take on a shot, he doesn't want to, wants to pass it across to Felix. Felix, right hand side of the penalty area, tries to get a cross in, manages to, it's blocked and goes out for a throw in by the corner flag. Seen a lot more of the ball now, York City, without creating that clear-cut chance, apart from the one that Boateng, that was only half a chance I suppose, wasn't it, the shot he had from the edge of the area. Hunt almost loses possession of the ball on the edge of the area, and he does, and now the break is on for Boreham Wood. A good tackle back from Alex Hunt to win it. Boreham Wood man's gone to ground, so too has Ash Palmer, I think it is, who's lying around the floor. There was a sandwich there between Hunt, Rush and Palmer, and I think the tackle from Hunt that did win the ball has managed to hurt his own player. Ash Palmer looks more hurt than Matt Rush.
Again though, David, I don't know if you've seen the replay, it looked to me like had the Boreham Wood player got away from Palmer, he was away. There was no one covering Palmer. He was on his own again. Look, you can see it here. Palmer's the last man. My word, just got to be careful. That's just my fear, that we're throwing so many bodies forward, trying desperate to get back into the match, that we're leaving ourselves a little bit open at the back at times. There's a long way in a football match. Lot of football to be played.
He's receiving treatment, is Ash Palmer. 10 yards short of halfway inside the Boreham Wood half. Both sets of players, all the other 21 players have come across again to take on drinks and instructions. And Ash Palmer continues to lie on his back and receive treatment to that leg.
Yeah, I think Alex Hunt made a sort of like a saving tackle from the position that Palmer was probably going to attack the ball and kick it, and I think Hunt maybe caught Palmer. I might be wrong. I think he maybe got done by his own player there.
I think he's going to be alright, because Callum Howe has just come to sit down on the bench.
Yeah.
He's up, pulled to his feet. He does look a bit.
He does look. Yep. He got clobbered. Bless him.
He's doing a good impression of someone who is injured. Yeah, Ash Palmer. So I think he may well be.
Yeah.
He was clearly injured, but I thought he was going to be able to carry on. But I'm not sure he is going to be able to.
He does not look like he's moving well. It could be one of them injuries that, your impact, the impact sort of stuns your area, and I've had it before. You hurt your ankle and then you're all right for 20 seconds and then suddenly the pain kicks in. Hopefully it's just one of those.
Well, I think they are going to make a change here. Callum Howe will be coming. Well, it's not the way I think that Stuart Maynard wanted it to happen, but this could end up being beneficial to York City.
Maybe, yeah. I feel for Palmer, That's to get injured like that.
Yeah, he's off and straight down the tunnel here, Ash Palmer.
I think it's maybe his knee, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. City down to 10 then, because Howe's not ready. He's now just getting. He's not got his kit on underneath his shirt, his tracker.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disappointing from Callum Howe, the club captain. Now he's got that on. Now he gets the shirt on. But now we've got to wait for the ball to go out and play once more. City are going to have to play with 10 men here for a minute or so.
I wonder if he thought, Palmer was down just to try and take the sting out of the game a little bit.
Don't you have your tracker vest on now first?
Oh,
you've got to be prepared.
Whenever I was sub, I was ready from before kick-off.
Abdul Malik. He is now ready to come on when the ball next goes dead.
Hopefully he's stretched off and warmed up.
Abdul Malik is going to run at the York City defence. Boateng's filling in. Abdul Malik into the penalty area. Still got it. No one's tackling him. Lifts it to Rush. He just can't get it out of his chest. And Harrison Mail's able to come and gather. It was almost 2-0. And City were almost caught cold and caught napping with 10 men.
My word, this lad's some player, isn't he?
Mail bowls it out to Kitchen on the left-hand side.
Abdul Malik. Remember the name. Tough to forget.
Tough for you. Newpie to Fallowfield on the stretch. Gray, he's fouled. That'll be a free kick to York, and now Callum Howe will be able to come on. Oh, they're taking it quickly, so he can't. Felix is not happy. We've still got 10. Felix to the byline, tries to give it between too many. Does into the penalty area. Joe Felix, brilliant. And he wins York City a corner. Well played.
Yeah. Do you know, Joe Felix he made a decision there. He thought, I'm going to go for this. He took the free kicks quickly, and he's won City a corner. Absolutely brilliant perseverance there from Joe Felix. Whoa, what are the odds on Callum Howe? First corner. Come on, Callum. This would be the most amazing of introductions if something was to come here. And
certainly would.
Ollie Pearce has passed him the captain's armband as well. This would be boys' own, wouldn't it? This would be Roy of the Rovers. Hang it up for him, Alex. Give him a chance.
Well, he's gone the back post. Hunt on this near side. City's sixth corner.
He's having his shirt pulled off him.
Now to the near post.
Shirt pulled
all over him. Yeah, nothing given, and it's gone out of play for a goal kick.
Callum Howe's shirt was getting pulled off the back of him. Unbelievable, referee.
They're not really complaining though. Again,
no, well, because they don't tend to give them, do you? You don't often see it.
The ball's played back to the goalkeeper. He lets it go past his foot to waste a few seconds, and it goes into the back of the net.
I mean, Callum Howe literally was held back. Unbelievable. No one's seen it.
Yeah, you can see his shirt pulled all the way.
He's coming off.
Oh, the referee's got a perfect view of it as well.
The referee is right. He's watching ball watching, isn't he?
Yeah.
The referee.
Callum Howe don't complain once, you know.
No, I'd have been screaming like a screamer.
Screaming like a screamer. Thanks for that, Ian. That's the insight you expect here on BBC Radio York.
Screaming like a screamer. Remember that.
And now he's going to be penalised for fouling his man, is Callum Howe. As Bush has his shirt lifted to just underneath his nipples. I don't think Callum Howe can complain there, to be honest.
No. But
yeah. It's easy to give here when it's not in the penalty area.
Exactly. You know, what was the difference? In fact, that was less of a foul. But it's still a foul. It's less of a foul than Callum Howe in the penalty box just 2 minutes ago.
And this is a dangerous position. Zach Brunt comes across.
Yeah, it is.
For him to swing it into that York City penalty area.
They've got some big units, big lads in there as well, Boreham Wood. Yep.
Everyone's telling him where to put it. And he plays it down the line to Sousa. City are caught out, and they've won a corner here. He went straight on the line. Everyone came across the near post. Sousa got there first, tried to pull it back, and it was blocked, and it goes behind for Boreham Wood's first corner of the game.
This is a really clever team of work. That you can see it. Some of the moves they created, the ball that's been passed in. It's it's creativity at its best at times. City have to be on the toes at all moments.
They're a good team to watch as well. He's completely reinvented the way they play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brunt with the corner kick. Along the turf to Abdul Malik. He's going to give it back to Brunt. Now the cross comes in. Deep one. Headed clear by Fallowfield. Only as far as Bush. He comes in for a second time. Hunt, not a great clearance as far as Cox. charged down the shot from the edge of the area by Pearce. Now it's dinked back in once more. It's overhit, and that'll go through to Harrison Mail.
Well, that was brilliant.
It's concerning though every time they come forward here.
Yeah, it is. They're dangerous. You know, they're a level above what we've.
Now he's giving away a Boateng at the back to Rush. He didn't see him behind him. City now getting men back. Rush now to Abdul Malik, edge of the area. No one's closed him down again on the left foot. They've got to close him down. They still don't. Hunt finally gets a block in. Then Felix is able to lose possession in his box. Brunt down this left hand side, can't find Newton, and it goes out for a throw in. They are all over them. I've not seen City this dishevelled at the back all season.
Yeah, but this is the opponent. The opponent, David, are causing all sorts of problems. You don't know when to go close to your player, stay off him, hang off him. Does he beat you for pace? Does he beat you for trickery? They've got a little bit of everything right throughout their team. They'll cause a lot of teams problems.
Message for Matt Ugler. He wasn't here before the game. Go out and buy Abdul Malik, please.
just like that.
Just like that. If you're looking for someone, he did it last year with Stones because he thought he'd derail someone else. Let's go and derail Boreham Wood. Yeah. Ball forward, he does have pace, he does have tricky, something that the York City are most definitely lacking, and then the offside flag goes up on that far side.
Yeah, this is a team that, from what I've seen this season, David, which hasn't been as much as everybody else really, but this is the most potent attacking team I've seen us play in a long time, you know.
Gray to Hunt. Cross it goes to Howe. Howe to Kitchen. So City now back to the three at the back with Howe in there, with Fallowfield and with Kitchen on the far side. Excuse me. Forward to Gray, who struggled to really get involved, giving away possession as well. 10 seconds to go until we see what number goes up. Now it's to Abdul Malik around the corner again to Newton. Newton gets across into the box. House touch for almost lets him down, puts out for a corner. He puts Hunt then under pressure at the back. He will try and clear. Has it gone out of play for a corner? No, it hasn't. Hunt just about clears it, and the board comes up, and that's a nice pass to Felix. 5 minutes goes up on that board. Felix over halfway, bursting down the right hand side. Needs some help in the middle. Needs to pick out a man. Could have come a bit further in. Poor cross in straight to Bush. His run just kept going. He didn't lift his head.
He went wide rather than
straight. Should have cut in.
Yeah, and he was away. Nobody in this Boreham Wood team was catching him.
And that's a poor clearance from Boreham Wood. Into touch it goes. Thrown to York, 15 yards inside the Boreham Wood half. Hunt to Boateng. Yeah, we don't normally criticise Joe Felix, but it was head down, wasn't it? He should have been cutting in. There was no one near him.
Yeah, he was eating up the turf, but actually going the wrong way.
Kitchen on the left over halfway. Give it to Ollie, doesn't find his man, it's cut out by Sousa. Really poor pass from Kitchen. Sousa, acres of space to run into. He comes over halfway, he's got a couple of other men helping him out. He holds it up though, allows York City to get men back in.
Newby did so well there, you know. He covered Kitchen, obviously a little bit of a mistake, but Newby's pace and determination to stop Sousa going forward.
First mistake I can think of Kitchen making all season.
Yeah, it is, yeah. We're rattled, there's no doubt about it. We know we're in a match.
Bush over the top for Newton. Newton's in, and there's got a spare man in the middle. Rush if he can pick him out. Here comes across. Howe does well to get in between man and ball and puts it behind for a corner. That was so easy again behind Joe Felix on this right hand side.
We called it. This is what's happening. They're picking the ball up deep and they're spotting. They're almost putting the ball into just a good area.
But my issue is this isn't today. This is match after match after match, and City are getting away with it.
But that's when you're playing with wing backs. If you're Joe Felix and you bomb forward, if you're an opponent that's got good delivery, good pinpoint accuracy with their passing. In fact, it's not even that. They're putting the ball in a good area and saying to their teammates, chase that down. But it ain't going out. Lesser teams, the ball goes out for a goal kick or a throw in. Theirs are landing in really good areas, and their attacking players will chase it.
Second corner then to the away team. They lead by 1-0. We've played 2 minutes of the additional 5 in this first half. They'll come in the second. They've gone short to Sousa. No one's tracked his man. Brunt is allowed to put the cross in. Pinball on the edge of the area, and it goes behind for another corner kick.
It's so clever, David.
It's terrible defending here.
But you can't. You struggle when you're up against a team that attack like this. They aren't thinking that. That was a one-touch pass straight into space. He just put the ball into space and said to his mate, "Get that and put the ball into the box."
There's a lack of closing down. They're not tracking runners.
I get it, but it's because it's hard work.
And they've gone short again. No one's closed down again. Sousa, no one's tried to stop the cross coming in. He goes all the way to the edge of the penalty area. No one tries. Lays it through. Brunt takes on the shot into the arms of Harrison Mail. That was so easy. They've walked through the York City defence again there on the left-hand side of the penalty area. 2 corners in a row, and City haven't done anything to stop it. And it was the exact same corner, and now a Boreham Wood man's been booked for a foul on the edge of the area. City tried to get the game back underway.
I'm just sitting back and watching a team they've got absolute confidence in their attacking football. It's, if it wasn't against York City, we'd be if this was York City, we'd be revelling over it. They are so good, so confident.
Just trying to see who it was who actually got penalised for holding back. It was the number 16, Callum Reynolds, who got the yellow card there for stopping Harrison Mail getting the game back underway. They come forward again to Bournemouth. That's good play on his chest from Rush. It's better than the Rush I remember playing for York City.
David Rush.
Yeah, he was poor at City. Oh, the one was given to Abdul Malik through on goal. He's nervous at the back as Hunt played it back to his goalkeeper. Abdul Malik just couldn't get there and City were able to clear. Maybe not as close as my initial fear suggested it was. City come forward now on the left-hand side with Newby. Can they get the equalising goal before half-time? To the edge of the box to Pearce. Pearce is forced away from goal and back to Hunt. Bournemouth have got everyone back now. Nice ball from Hunt to Felix on this right-hand side. Felix will take on his man into the box. Pulls the cross into the middle. Well defended at the near post by Bush though, and Bournemouth could come forward. Held up once more by Rush. He's got Howe on his back, no foul given. Howe can come forward. I think it was a foul. Felix, edge of the area, round the corner. That's a poor ball too, overhit as he tries to keep it in grey, and he does to the back post. Headed away first time by Bournemouth. Shot comes in from Newby and goes in. York City have somehow found an equaliser. Newby, it took a slight deflection. It fell kindly to him, and the man who's in form on that left-hand side managed to hook it in with his right foot. He equalises just before half-time. York City 1, Boreham 1.
What a finish! What a finish! Newby is in such good form of his life, I bet. This was a great goal, David. And York City, listen, we've been saying how good Boreham Wood are as an attacking force. City have had a lot of good moves themselves, and that's a great finish. That's a great finish.
It is a really good finish. The ball bounces really high, and he somehow managed to lift that right leg and just hook the ball, and then he gets a decent enough contact for it to hit the turf and then bounce up off the turf over the goalkeeper's outstretched hand.
Yeah, he's done so well not to just lash at it like a lot of players would. They'd lash at it and it'd end up in Asda car park. He's got over the ball beautifully. He's lent his left shoulder down to the ground and brought his right foot round the ball into the bottom corner. Great goal.
They're going to be furious because there was a foul on halfway. Callum Howard, his hands in the back of Rush, didn't he? Rush went to ground expecting the free kick. Maybe he went down a little bit too easily.
Yeah.
But I think 9 times out of 10 that is a free kick, and of course City go downfield and get the equalising goal.
Yeah.
Whether they deserve it, who knows? They've got it. They need to come again. And we mentioned that Barnet game this time last year, just a few minutes ago. City equalised right before half-time that night, and then had a storming second 45. They'll be looking for something similar now. We've played the additional 5, so it's whenever the referee decides to blow. On the right-hand side, the away team have it once more with Cox, and that is the half-time whistle. Wow. York City 1, Boreham Wood 1. Boreham Wood scoring after just 100 seconds. They flew out of the traps. Matt Rush getting that early goal. It could have been Abdul Malik, it could have been a few of them as they waltzed through the York City defence. It's happened far too often in that opening 45. City created a couple of half chances, some good defending from Boreham Wood, and then it was Newby right at the end of the 45 to hook the ball in. 1-1 at the break. Your thoughts, Ian Dunn?
Yeah, I think you've summed it up perfectly well. I think it's been a fantastic half. I've actually, if I take my bias head off, Boreham Wood are really good, sweet on the eye to watch as an attacking team. But we mustn't forget that City have had a lot of the ball as well. Yes, they haven't created maybe the open chances that Boreham Wood have had, but you always felt if City could get a goal back, that Boreham Wood, hopefully second half, City, a little bit go more for the throat, not too much. But no, I think probably 1-1. Maybe we've done well to get a 1-1, but not disastrous. It's been a decent performance. This is a good team. This is a very good team.
A very entertaining first 51 minutes as it turned into, Pete. Possibly too entertaining and far too open once more for Stuart Maynard, but his side have got themselves back in it. 1-1 here at the break at the LNER.
The 1,000-mile challenge for BBC Children in Need.
We're in training as we join radio stations across the country to attempt to walk 1,000 miles three-legged.
We'll be joined by people from across North Yorkshire as we do laps of York's designer outlet.
Our team's attempting 25 miles of three-legged walking in 2 days on the 4th and 5th of November.
And if you'd like to support our efforts, just head to bbc.co.uk/walk, or you can donate online.
The 1,000-mile challenge for BBC Children in Need.
BBC Radio York.
Every game live and getting you closer to your club.
BBC Radio York Sport.
So, half-time at the LNER Community Stadium, where it's York City 1, Boreham Wood 1 in the National League. City conceded after just 100 seconds, Matt Rush with the goal, but Alex Newby in the dying seconds of stoppage time right at the end of the first half. 45 plus 5 is managed to equalise for City, so they go in deserving or undeserving at the break or square. What about Scarborough Athletic away at South Shields? James Fletcher.
It's not good news for Scarborough Athletic fans, I'm afraid, here in the northeast. It's South Shields 2, Scarborough Athletic 0. The first 10 minutes, South Shields showcased just why they're top of the National League North, with really nice zipping balls left, right and centre. They unlock the defence. Paul Blackett, who else? One of the best non-league strikers according to managers in the National League North, dispatching after 6 minutes. Scarborough Athletic, after 20 minutes of a barrage from those in claret and blue, got themselves together. Alex Brown was booked for diving on the edge of the area when it looked to be a Stonewall free kick. 2 minutes later, Scarborough Athletic had a penalty. Harry Green going over inside the box. Stephen Walker, having netted 3 from 3 so far this season, with his worst effort by a country mile. Right-footed, no power, no placement, straight into the hands of goalkeeper Jasper Sheik. They had another penalty claim just 3 minutes after that one, which was waved away. Harry Green looked to be bundled over inside the box. The referee waved it away immediately. But then South Shields, who have tried to play from the back, from their goal kicks using a centre-half instead of the goalkeeper, got caught out, and Harry Green had a chance to score an open goal. Walker took it off him, then Green took it back off him. They couldn't communicate and they let the chance go by. The sucker punch then right at the end of the half, caught on the counter. Sedwin Scott played in behind after a deflected through ball, and South Shields lead by 2-0.
Thank you, James Fletcher. Second half commentary then to come on DAB, digital radio, and also online via the BBC Sport website and app. Stay with us, York City fans. We're going to hear from Dan Wilson, the York City head of youth, on their FA Cup draw that is coming up for the York City under-18s. Elsewhere in the Football League tonight, it is Nostell Miners Welfare 0, Harrogate Railway 1 in the Northern Counties East League Division 1, and also in the West Riding Senior Cup it's currently Campion 0, Knaresborough Town 1, Luke Stewart with the goal in that one, and Selby Town 1, Glasshoughton Welfare 0, Harry Clapham with a penalty for the Robins. So we'll keep an eye on those local games throughout the evening as well. Let's have a look at how things stand at the moment in the Champions League, where the 2 early games are now done and dusted, and it finished Barcelona 6, Olympiacos 1 and Kairat 0, Paphos 0 at full time. So these are currently half-time or approaching half-time, an 8 o'clock kickoff for most of these, if not all of these Champions League games. Arsenal 0, Atletico Madrid 0, Bayer Leverkusen 1, Paris Saint-Germain 2, Copenhagen 1, Borussia Dortmund 1, Newcastle United 1, Jose Mourinho's Benfica 0, PSV 2, Napoli 1, Villarreal 0 and Manchester City 2. So in the Championship, it is currently at half-time. Blackburn Rovers 1, Sheffield United 0, Derby County 0, Norwich City 0, Hull City 2, Leicester City 0, Ipswich Town 0, Charlton Athletic 0, Millwall 2, Stoke City 0, Portsmouth 0, Coventry City 1, Preston North End 0, Birmingham City 1 and Bristol City 1, Southampton 1. That's not quite at half-time yet. One game tonight in League 1 is currently Reading 0, Northampton Town 0. One game in League 2 as well. It's 1-1 between Swindon Town and Notts County. So the National League fixtures, there's only 3 of them tonight, are as follows: Boston United 0, Morecambe 2. So that lifts Morecambe off the bottom of the National League for the first time this season. They've obviously still got a couple of games in hand on those around them due to the late start at the bottom of the National League. And it's Eastleigh 0, Scunthorpe United 0. And our featured game on FM and BBC Sounds at half-time is York City 1, Boreham Wood 1. Let's finish things off with a quick look at the scores at half-time in the National League North. Alfreton Town 0, Chester 1, Bedford 1, Oxford City 0, Hereford, who are down to 10 men 0, AFC Telford 1, Leamington 0, Macclesfield Town 1, Merthyr Town 0, Kidderminster Harriers 0, Peterborough Sports 1, Buxton 1, Radcliffe 1, Darlington 0, South Shields 2, Scarborough 0, as we've been hearing on DAB, Southport 0, Chorley 0, Spennymoor 0, AFC Fylde 4 and Worksop 0, Kings Lynn 1. So those are the scores. Now you are up to date. But let's stay talking about York City for the next few minutes, because City's under-18s will face Stockport County in the first round of the FA Youth Cup after an emphatic 5-2 win over Borough Rangers. The young Minster men have already beaten Bradford Park Avenue 6-0 ahead of their third qualifying round tie. I caught up with the head of youth at York City, Dan Wilson, to talk about the academy. He says this competition is still one of the main highlights of the season for their youth system.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when you're in youth football, you hear a lot around performances and processes over results, and we're very aligned to that. I think, with the exception of the FA Youth Cup, we want to get through. We want to win games of football. We want to go as far as we can in the competition. Not for myself or Tim, the youth team coach, but for the players. It's a great experience. Lots of good opportunities to do things they don't normally do, evening games, different clubs, potential to play, away from home in big stadiums. So yeah, there's lots of potential in the Youth Cup. So yeah, we feel it's really important to go as far as we can and win the games en route to do that.
And you got to this stage a couple of weeks ago by thrashing Bradford Park Avenue 6-0. Was that performance as convincing as the scoreline suggests?
Yes, I think in terms of our process was really good. The boys dominated the ball. We didn't give up a great deal of chance in our box, with the exception of a penalty early on at 0-0. But after that, I think we controlled the game really well. And we were really, really clinical in their box. We didn't have hundreds of shots, but I think the big chances we had, the players on the pitch took advantage of them.
You mentioned this is an opportunity to play in sort of a different environment, obviously playing at Pickering Town's Mill Lane grounds. I know that's slightly out of your control, but actually, what does that give the players in terms of different pitches, different opportunities, maybe a different experience to what they may experience in terms of the men's game as well?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the reality for all the boys is that at some stage in their career, they need to go into men's football, and that'll be all different levels of men's football. And, clubs like Pickering Town, viable options for next steps for the boys, whether that's short-term loans, longer-term, next like permanent clubs for them. Might be that they have a career and then come back to that level. But no, I think exposure and experience at these at grounds like Pickering, really, really important as part of the boys' journey. Certainly like evening games under the lights as well. Again, they're not really things that they get exposed to as part of their youth journey. Most games are like 1 o'clock, Wednesday afternoons, 30 or 40 parents watching. So no, these are very, very different and really important like learning steps for the boys.
How healthy is the youth programme at the moment? We've seen some of York City's players over the last couple of years going on to sort of pastures new. I'm thinking of the likes of sort of Bill Marshall, who's now sort of plying his trade with Scarborough Athletic in their system as well. But how healthy is the York City sort of academy system?
Yeah, I think we're doing a really good job. It's probably going under the radar a little bit, but we're in a good place. I think the youth team is as strong a youth team as we've had whilst I've been at the club. We've played a host of like Championship, League 1, League 2 clubs in pre-season. We've competed in and won most of those games somewhat convincingly in some circumstances. They've done really well, so I think we punch well above our weight without anyone really knowing that. We don't have the opportunity to expose too much of what we do because there is a lack of opportunity for them to play at a higher level during the season. We've got a really good group of players, and that's the youth team, but also down into the 9-16s programme as well. There's some excellent players in there that have opportunities to move to perceived much bigger clubs, and they're knocking them back now quite a lot. We're getting players offered places at Championship clubs, Premier League clubs, and saying, no, I think I've got an opportunity to develop at York City. We think there's a pathway there. We trust the people involved. And this is where we want to be. So we're starting to see that happen quite frequently now, which is quite nice and probably testament to the work that a lot of the staff at academy level are doing.
And overall, what is the aim of the youth team? Is it to provide players for the first team, or is it to potentially look at developing players, giving them an opportunity and being a sort of, a regional hub for players in the sort of North Yorkshire area?
Yeah, I think it's got to be both, and I think the two go hand in hand. I think if you're developing first-team players and getting closer to developing first-team players, which I believe we are, I believe that's coming in the next couple of years now, I think with the players we've got in the building, then the ones who maybe don't quite make that will go into other clubs in slightly more regional football. I know you referenced Bill Marshall before, who was here for nearly 10 years. He's at Scarborough. Leon Gibson-Boo's Scarborough as well. He's on loan at Morpeth, doing really well. We've got Elliot Owen, just left a couple of years ago at Stocksbridge Park. So we've actually now got something which I don't think the clubs had previously, where we've got a lot of players at step 2, step 3, step 4. And most times when we're looking at results from those games, we've got players in those matches that we've had really recently. We had Jacob McLaughlin played in the game for Gainsborough Trinity against Hartlepool in the FA Cup the other night. So we've got those that are like 19, 20-year-olds that are playing at a really good level, which again I think is just testament to the direction of travel that we are getting that frequency of players playing at a good level. We're now looking for the ones that can step up to first team level, that next step.
How often are the York City first team coaches watching the youth side, and does, for example, Stuart Maynard use players to make up the numbers in training on a weekly basis, or however regularly he needs an extra couple of bodies?
Yeah, I think that's frequent and always has been for all the managers I've worked with recently at the club. They all have different nuances to how they want to work, depending on how frequently we want to do things like 11v11 work and need 22. But no, they'll reach into the youth department when they need to. Feedback's always strong. The boys compete. And then, it's just about them taking the next steps. I think we've got to provide some bigger platforms than that in terms of making sure they get loans at really good levels as well, so that we can say we've got X player, they've done this at step 4, this is step 3. We now think there's a justification to step up further, like internally at the club as well. So it's a double-edged process there in terms of internally what do they get to see regularly, but also proving what they can do in men's football as well away from the club.
Well, that is the head of youth at York City, Dan Wilson. City's under-18s will face Stockport County in the first round of the FA Youth Cup. Right, it's time to return you for second half commentary of York City against Boreham Wood. You can join David Ward and Ian Dunn.
Thank you, Pete. Stockport Town actually at York City are facing in that FA Youth Cup. So even weaker opposition than it would have been if it had been obviously a Stockport County. City will be big favourites, you would have thought, to go through to the second round of this season's FA Youth Cup. No changes at the break. Of course, the one change made during the first half with Callum Howe coming on for Ash Palmer when he picked up an injury. So City, a Mail, Kitchen, Howe, Fallowfield, Felix Boateng, Hunt, Newby, Ollie, Gray, Pearce. The away team, no changes. Henrik, Newton, Bush, Reynolds, Cox, O'Connell, White, Abdul Malik, Brunt, Sousa and Matt Rush. It was a year tomorrow since York City beat Barnet by 3-1. Zach Brunt was a part of that side. Will Lightning strike twice, with City equalising just before the break, just as they did a year ago. City kicking towards the south stand in the second half, have it at the back, and it's played to Hunt. Hunt across to the left-hand side. And it's played all the way back to the Boreham Wood goalkeeper, who will play it out in a second. Cox now has it, and they have come across to this right-hand side. Cross it goes now forward down to Sousa. Sousa will get there first. Puts across into the York City penalty. Apologies for the hum on the line. We'll try and get rid of that in just a second when I bring Ian Dunn in. Now City have it in the middle with Hunt. They try and send it forward to Gray. Gray, 2-on-2 at the back here, Boreham Wood. Gray can come in field. Felix wants it. Comes to the power post. Pearce just can't get there. Just overhit. And Pearce is going to struggle to keep that in play. He manages to by the corner flag. Does really well, Ollie Pearce. Needs someone in the middle now to play it to. Round the corner it goes to Kitching in the box. Kitching is held up on the byline. Back once more it goes to Ollie Pearce. Pearce back to Newby. Tackle comes in late on Ollie Pearce, and that'll be a free kick to York City, right on the left hand side of the edge of the penalty area. 1-1 it remains. Ian Dunn.
Yeah, I mean, City starting on the right foot there. I'm sure the managers asked them to carry on the attacking intent, but they must be tighter at the back, David. He must be stronger at the back and not give Boreham Wood any encouragement to attack.
It's a free kick then to York City on this near side. Hopefully that hum has gone now from the line. Hunt is over the ball. Newby, he goes short to Boateng. Boateng looks as if he wasn't expecting it, and then Hunt tries to curl it in, as he did a few weeks ago here. Again, trying to think who it was the City scored the similar goal against. It was goal of the month, wasn't it, last month for York City? But it goes high and into the south stand behind the goal. 1-1 it remains.
Yeah, you can see what he's trying, just executed it wrong. Alex Hunt there.
Boreham Wood playing out from the back. Tackle comes in on Sousa from Newby. Stuart Maynard fields the ball on the edge of his technical area. Listen to BBC Radio York on this Tuesday evening. Really, really good game. That first half. City probably deserving of a goal. There's a couple of last-ditch good bits of defending from Bournemouth, but I think Bournemouth will be bitterly disappointed that they didn't go in at the break in the lead. Good turn again from Joe Gray on the right-hand side. City coming out on the front foot here. Gives it to Felix. Felix back to Gray, who's continued to run forward. Gets in front of Bush. Gray into the penalty area. Bush all over the back of him. Gray still got it. He's held up well by Bush. Bush now gets in position, dinged into the box, and he goes behind for a corner kick.
Really good football from City. I was getting excited about Boreham Wood's attacking play in that first half, David, but in the first 2 or 3 minutes here from York City, we're seeing City have got a little bit of venom as well.
Hunt wanders across in front of the groundsman's hut. Yorkie the Lion is over there trying to encourage the South Standers to get involved. Both arms in the air from Alex Hunt. It's going to be an outswinger. Newby goes short if he's needed. Referee just blows his whistle because there's some pulling in the penalty area at the end of the first half from a York City corner. He spotted some more here. Ryan Fallowfield is involved. So too is Rush. And Ryan Fallowfield's pointing to the other end of the field saying, well, you spotted what happened up there.
Yeah.
In fact, it's Fallowfield and Cox, both number 2s.
Watch Callum Howe, he's going to get held back here.
And it comes now. Headed clear by Boreham Wood at the near post. Ollie tries to nod it back in. Bush tries to get the better of Howe. He takes on the volley. Into the arms of the goalkeeper it goes.
Yeah, the referee's got a lot to watch. I appreciate that, but you sometimes wonder, can the linesman help with the obvious ones, the shirt pulls?
White caught on the ball by Boateng. Boateng thinks about trying to stand on top of the ball to stop the quick free kick, and then realises a yellow card will see him miss Saturday's game at Halifax. Early kick-off, remember, 12:30, that one gets underway at the Shea, so we're on air from 12. Bush, ball forward, intercepted by Howe. He gives it to Felix. Now Fallowfield, and back once more to Callum Howe at the back. York City 1, Boreham Wood 1, as the big electronic scoreboard shines down on the LNR Community Stadium. And that handful of Boreham Wood fans that have made the journey up here on a Tuesday night.
Ball.
Over the top it goes to Newby. Sousa slipped but gets back in position. Newby comes in field. Alex Newby to the edge of the area. He can have a shot. He does. It's blocked. Just took slightly too long. Back out it goes to Alex Hunt. Hunt forward to Gray. Gray tries a little ball around the corner. Intercepted and finds its way to Felix. Felix right inside the penalty area. Takes on his man. Gets the ball in. Well dealt with at the near post by White. And White keeps it in play and does well actually to come away with the ball down that far side. The Boreham Wood man goes to ground looking for the free kick. Nothing given by the referee, and that's been put down towards halfway, and Boateng does well up against Rush. Boateng can come forward. Boreham Wood sitting slightly deeper at the start of this second half, with York City seeing a lot of the ball. Forward to Ollie, who finds a pocket of space. Ollie needs someone on this left hand side. Ollie will run forward towards the edge of the area. He goes to ground looking for the free kick. Nothing given. Boreham Wood are able to clear. Fallowfield to Felix. City pressure. This is good. Felix back to Fallowfield, who's round the back. Can he pick out a red shirt to the edge of the area? He can. He just can't control it, Gray, and he should have done. City still have it though with Boateng. Boateng takes on the shot. It's blocked by the defender, who turns his back on it as he does so. O'Connell. Back it goes to Hunt. Hunt to the left hand side to Fallowfield. Fallowfield back to Hunt under pressure from Abdul Malik, and Abdul Malik does enough to win it back for the team in black. Forward to Rush, one on one again at the back. Rush against Howe. Rush is going to run at Howe. He's going to get past Howe on the left hand side. He's going to take on the shot. Howe does really well to get back in, and it deflects behind for a corner kick. But how can York City be caught out by one long ball?
Again, one on one. I mean, crying about it all. It's so exciting. City have started off on the front foot, and it's so exciting. But you're 51 minutes in at 1-1. Don't throw everyone forward. It's easy from here because it's so exciting to watch. I was just about to say how good City look on the attack, David. It really is exciting, but you have to defend as well, especially at 1-1 against one of the best teams in the league. You've got to have that little rear guard action as well. That has been my fear since the first few minutes, and City haven't seemed to have done too much about that.
Corner kick then, far side, and it comes to near post, cleared by. I just don't think you win a league defending the way York City defended.
Not tonight. I think it just the one-on-one thing. It's going to come and bite us at some point.
O'Connell, look at the space again. This right hand side rushes in, pulls it back to the edge of the area, overlap. In it comes Abdul Malik. Good save, Harrison Mayle. Oh, the man in the middle played a dummy, but they were caught open so easily again.
Yeah,
that's 5 or 6 times here. It's far too many.
And these are good. That's the problem as well. You can't keep giving teams
Hunt
of
is
this
able
standard.
to run now 40 yards of the ball. Feeds it to Pierce. Hunt's through on goal. 1-1. It's the box. Hunt scores. Put it wide. Oh, what a miss, Alex Hunt. For all the world, we thought it was going in. And he puts his hands on his head. It was such a good move. No one closing down. Lovely little give and go on the edge of the area from Pierce. He dinged it over the goalkeeper. How has he put that wide of the goal?
I'm speechless. I honestly, I thought he'd scored. I thought he was in the back of the net. It looked, what a great move, and he instigated it. It was brilliant. Oh, just hit the target. Oh dear.
City win it back, edge of the area to Gray.
It's
Gray,
brilliant
no one's
football.
closing down. He can get a shot off. He holds onto it for too long again. Spreads it to Felix instead on the right. Felix has got runners all over the shop here, and York City win a throw in by the corner flag.
I mean, it's breathtaking football. This is York City as an attacking force. It's breathtaking to watch. You know, I've still got that fear at the back. Please don't get caught out on the break. But my word, you cannot fault York City's efforts at trying to break Boreham Wood down. Basically, I think we're fighting fire with fire here. We're going to throw bodies at them and say, you need to defend against us as well.
Felix with a throw in tight against the corner flag, far side of the ground. It's taken a long time over this. There's no movement for him. Takes it to Fallowfield. Fallowfield chests it down to Felix. Felix back to Gray. Gets the ball out of his feet. Forced back up towards halfway. Kitchen back to the left hand side. Hunt on the stretch can give it to Felix. Felix puts a cross in from a deep position into the middle. Pierce is out to bring it down the edge of the area. Back to goal. And then his layoff was put Sousa through. No. Sousa's running through. They've got 3 on 4 here. 3 or 4 going forward. They've got an overlap to Rush on this near side. He's going to run at Boateng. Into the middle it goes to Sousa once more. York City getting men back. Boreham Wood held up on the edge of the box and it runs all the way through to Harrison Mail. Again, almost caught on the break by just losing possession of the ball.
There was a fraction of a second as well. There was a guy out on the left wing. If they'd have seen him and found him, he was in.
Oh, look at the space now for York City.
Wow.
Newby's in on this left-hand side. He can run forward. City sending men forward across the field. Into Pierce, edge of the area, middle of the field. He comes across the right-hand side to Felix. Can't get my words out fast enough.
No,
it's ridiculous.
It's breathtaking pace.
And it comes now from Gray. It's to Gray, and it goes behind for
a throw-in.
A throw-in on this near side. It's completely overhit it.
Yeah. I mean, these are two teams. It looks like two heavyweights slogging it out in the 12th round. Literally throwing the ball at each other, throwing punches at each other, and hoping that one goes in. It's great to watch, but you kind of want it to be get a goal ahead and be less exciting.
Been a bit sorry for Cox here taking the throwing because he's been told to go back. He's trying to steal about 2 inches.
Yes.
Nothing more. Oh, now he steals quite a lot and is allowed to do it. That's ridiculous. Newby heads forward, looking for Pierce in the penalty area. He's beaten to it by the centre back Reynolds. And Boateng will retrieve it for City and go to Fallowfield in the centre circle. Still 1-1 somehow 10 minutes into this second half. Hunt to Boateng. Boateng to Kitchen. Kitchen on this left hand side gives it to Newby. Newby's going to run at Sousa. Comes in field. Everyone sits off him. Newby edge of the area. Deep cross into the middle. Oh, they're around the back. It's just over the head. Who's that on rushing?
It's Pierce and is it Gray?
It's Gray, I think, isn't it?
What a ball in from Alex Newby. My word, he has given that everything. Whiz, was, swaz, the lot. Sorry about my words. Didn't know what to get out there, but it just whipped it in. So
House
just needed, the lot. He just needed someone on the end of it.
The goalkeeper Herrick clears.
Can these two teams keep playing at this pace, David?
Well, I'll tell you one man who hopes they can, and that'll be Josh Jones when he eventually comes on, because it was nothing like this when he came on Saturday. Newby with a throw in directly in front of us. He leaves it for Mark Kitchen. Kitchen takes it back to Hunt on halfway. Kitchen forced back into his own half, gives it to Howe, and he's going to feed Harrison Mail. 1-1 at BBC York Sport on our FM frequencies and on BBC Sounds. He sends it long. That's overhit. Defender lets it bounce over his head. Gives Pierce a bit of encouragement, but then they come forward with it. Newton plays it infield to Bush. Into the centre of the park to White. He's under pressure from Boateng. And they've worked it well across this right-hand side here of Boreham Wood. White back once more to Reynolds. Reynolds back to his goalkeeper Herrick.
These are two very good teams having a right old go at each other, which is brilliant. Neither team are sitting back. They're having a go. They want to win. Both teams really want to win.
Yeah, it's harem scarum football. There's a foul on Callum Howe at the back. Must be enjoyable to play in.
Yeah, because they know there's going to be chances and opportunities come up. And you know, there's hardly any time to breathe out there. But yeah, if you're a player, you kind of want to be involved in games like this.
Hunt to Kitchen back to Mail.
There's only been 2 goals. Is the striking thing that you know, how has there only been 2 goals? Because both teams have had really good chances.
Without goalkeepers having to make loads of saves, Mail had to make a point-blank save that ended up being the goal anyway. He's made a couple of other saves that you'd expect him to make. Herrick's made 1 save you'd expect him to make. Again, it's just a lack of killer instinct from both sides when they've had the opportunity to shoot, that wanted to walk the ball in, that has kept this game at 1-1. City come forward down the right-hand side. Can Fallowfield get there? He can. He wins a corner kick for York City.
Brilliant from Ryan Fallowfield. You know, in the first half I was saying about him bombing on too much, but when you see him do that, you can understand why the manager encourages it, because him and Felix down that right hand side have caused Bournemouth real problems, particularly in this second half. It's been a real feature. Fallowfield making, I mean, they're long runs from almost right back past Joe Felix into the bottom corner of the pitch.
Both arms raised once more from Alex Hunt. City all start on the edge of the penalty area. Gaggle of players there, pulling and shoving right in front of the nose of the referee from both sets of players. And it comes now they break. Looks like a poor corner to me. It is easily cut out on the turf at the first man. Didn't get any elevation on that one, Alex Hunt. Whatever it was, it went wrong. Felix at the back gives it to Newby. Newby comes in field from that right hand side. He finds himself at the minute to Boateng. Now he comes across this left, and it's going to be picked out by Gray, who's last man, looking for Ollie. Ollie will get there. There's a penalty area, nods it in field to Newby, just intercepted by the defender Cox, and it goes back to Boateng. Bournemouth backpedaling. All the action taking place inside the half they're defending at the minute. Kitchen on this left hand side runs at Souza. Kitchen, and then holds it up as he slips, gives it to Boateng. He puts a first time cross into the middle, headed from the clear from the defender, and then Ollie's got to make sure he doesn't foul his man in the penalty area. He doesn't, puts a good block on, it goes behind for a goal kick.
My word, I mean, Callum Howe's playing like a striker there. He's up in the penalty area waiting for the cross. I think Joe Gray sat in for Callum Howe. My word,
it's a crazy game.
But this is a crazy match. Do you know what? I'm enjoying it.
Oh, it's great. It's great. It's great. If you weren't bothered about who was winning this game, you would think this is absolutely superb.
Yeah. This is National League at its finest. It really is, and some really good football being played.
Howe wins that header, but it goes back towards his own goal. Kitchen gives it back to Mail. Mail comes out of his penalty area and then left-footed plays it long down the centre of the field. Wynn just pulls it across this near side and well intercepted by Reynolds for Bournemouth at the back. He tries flinting it forward, but it's going to be intercepted by Kitchen as Cox is now caught out of position. Newby comes in field, but is forced back into his own half. Gets past O'Connell. Still got it as Newby, running from left to right. He'll leave it for Ryan Fallowfield now on the right hand side. He sends it to Felix. Felix, corner of the penalty area. Tries to give it to Gray, but he instead just gives away possession, and then that comes off a Boreham man, does it? No, it came off Joe Felix last, and that'll be a goal kick far side of the field. It stays 1-1. We've reached the hour mark.
Yeah, just whatever Joe Felix was thinking, his feet weren't quite up to speed with him, and I don't know if he was looking for a little bit of a nutmegs there or not, but it didn't come off.
Bush getting ready to take the goal kick here, but Pearce is closing him down, so the referee's saying you've got to come out of the penalty area. Oh, now there's going to be a double change. Femi Lasami is about to come on here, and Lewis Richardson, so 2 former York City players are coming on.
Interesting who goes off here. Is Sousa coming off?
Well, Cox is coming off, the right back. Oh, he's got the wrong number, has he? No, the fourth official put the wrong number up. Cox has come off because number 2 went up, and now he's been pushed back onto the field by Luke Garrard. Oh dear, fourth official.
How did he... Dear me.
The 4th goal for South Shields against Scarborough. They're taking a bit of a tonking up in the northeast tonight, as they did on Saturday. Not been a great week for Jonathan Greening's side. The 4th official didn't have a Scooby what's going on here.
No, it's astonishing. I'd love to see one of those machines and see how hard it is to work out the numbers, because it needs to be a better system. There's more seconds being lost to getting the right numbers up than players going down feigning injury.
So right, 7:20. See, he has come off for Sousa. He's not happy about coming off either as well.
Sousa and Newton. So that's 2
So both full-back.
Very good players.
Oh no, so Newton was first one, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So Ilasammi's come off and he's going to play at left back. And Lewis Richardson.
Number 3, Femi Ilisami replacing number 12, Joe.
Lewis Richardson is playing as a left-sided centre-back here. Oh, he's not. He's gone putting himself on Kitchen, isn't he? So he's playing on the right-hand side as he did at York City in that same position as he comes on for Sousa. So it's a straight swap in terms of formation.
Yeah, and imagine Lewis Richardson will be absolutely.
And they've got the ball, but
here.
tries to fed it through to Richardson, and under pressure from Kitchen, it allows Mail just to get there before him, and the referee actually penalises Lewis Richardson. They're carrying on the battle from the playoff semi-final that they had here.
They are, yeah. I don't know if that was over friendly there.
No, I think it's quite fortunate the referee gave York City a free kick. He didn't need to, could have just allowed play to go on. Not sure there was a foul in there from Richardson. That comes over the head of Newby and comes into touch for a York City throw-in. Cox thinks it should be his side's throw-in, but the referee says no. So this is a throw into York halfway inside the Boreham Wood half of the field. Femi Ilasanmi, 78 appearances for York City in his 2 years here. Played under 3 managers, which was a sign of the times: Worthington, Wilcox and McNamara. Lewis Richardson, 11 starts last year for York City, 15 appearances in total, 4 goals.
Glory days, eh? 3 managers in that spare time.
To be fair, it's still the same today. He's virtually a new manager every season.
Yeah.
Some things change, but
looks like
some things just stay the same.
Looks like Josh Stones is.
Batty's going to be coming on first.
Maybe, yeah.
Throw in taken by Ilasanmi. Back to Bush. Ilasanmi gets it back again and plays it down the line. Ilasanmi comes forward with it. Gives it to Abdul Malik and continues his run forward, but it's kept in play. Abdul Malik, someone's got to close him down. He runs past Joe Felix. Good tracking though. Fallowfield gets the tackle in, and the ball goes into touch for a throw in. So yeah, it's going to be Dan Batty is going to be the first York City change in this second half.
Yeah, I'm not sure Abdul Malik has been as in the game this second half, has he? In the first half he was such a threat.
Bush goes back to his goalkeeper of Bournemouth, just content at the minute to try and calm things down, because that was a helter-skelter first 15 minutes this second half. Bush comes over halfway on the left-hand side. No one's stopped him, and that's a lovely ball for Femi Ilasanmi's in here. He's in the penalty area, and his touch lets him down, and it's blocked then as he tries to get the cross in by Kitchen. Still falls to a black shirt. Richardson across the penalty area. It's tucked in. They've scored at the near post. They had one man in there. No one cut Richardson's cross out, and Rush was there with a little back heel from a yard inside Harrison Mills' near post. Again, that's a terrible goal defensively from York City's point of view. They trail by 2-1.
David, I honestly thought the ball had gone dead. I mean, Ilasanmi got in far too easily, but then the ball looked dead. Lewis Richardson brought the ball back to life, just sheer determination. I mean, Ilasanmi lets it off the hook really with a bad touch, but it looked dead. I'm not sure what Richardson does. He gets to the byline and just rifles it across the face of the goal. It's a great, if that's York City, we're saying it's a great goal, but it feels like it could have been defended better.
It wasn't. I was right. It was Rush. It's not Brunt. I know he's given it to Brunt over the public address of Robert Havercroft, but that's clearly Rush who got that goal.
Yeah.
Here comes the change. It's Batty for Ollie.
Yeah.
But when you are so open, sooner or later you are going to get caught, Ian.
Yeah.
Just the law of averages.
The thing is, City have created a lot of moments in this half as well. Not clear chances, moments. They've just got to. I mean, we're now in the losing situation where we've got to throw bodies forward now. What is it? Left 25 minutes. Still plenty of time, David, to get back in the match, but City now, again, they've got to beware. They mustn't let the next goal. They mustn't concede another goal. They've got to score the next goal.
Takes him into double figures, Matt Rush. 10 goals to his name now this season. Bournemouth's leading scorer. City haven't been able to control him. Suddenly, there's hushed silence across the LNER.
Yeah, it has. It's hit us hard. We've got to somehow lift her, push the chests out.
Hunt comes in field. Nice ball to Kitchen. He's pinged it at him. He takes one touch to control and then lays it off back to Alex Hunt. The press is on. Hunt goes back. Oh, he's almost given it to the striker to rush. Mail. It's too scary at the back here. I'm having to watch some of this sort of like through my fingers.
Yeah, it's at times. I know what we're trying to do. We're trying to encourage the players to play.
That's a nice ball forward, is it? Felix is in. Right hand side, he's just forced him slightly wide. Controls it on his chest, gets the cross in. It's too easy though for the defender.
He went too soon. There was no one in the box for him really.
Just Pierce, but there was a defender cutting him off. Boateng. He sends it out to this near side to Newby. Newby got man outside him, comes in field. Newby back, it goes to Hunt. Referee has to get out of the way. Alex Hunt comes back to this left hand side to Boateng. Boateng to Kitchen, wasn't expecting it there, so he has to put the brakes on. What they did in front of him ends up going behind him. Keeps hold of possession though and has to go back to Batty on halfway. Newby, Batty once more, and City have to start again from inside their own half with the captain Callum Howe. Howe to Fallowfield. Now it's forward to Gray. He's put under pressure by Richardson. And they've won it back, and now the break will come. Look at him go, Abdul Malik. He's going to run at Fallowfield. He's going to run at Batty. He's still got it. He's got Emil Sambi steaming up outside of him. And he holds on to it, does Abdul Malik. And then he's tackled on the edge of this area, and York City win the ball back. But then he wins it back immediately for the team in black. And it runs into touch. That'll be a York City throw-in. Just doesn't stop, does he?
No, he's had a good game. A little bit quieter this half as an attacking force, but wow, he works hard for what you'd class an attacking midfielder.
Forward to Gray. Gray's looking for a foul, gives away possession. Bournemouth can come forward. No one's tracking the men at the edge of the area. Left hand side, it was a terrible pass to Abdul Malik.
Someone's down injured, David.
In it comes now into the box, deep on, looking for Rush, looking for his hat-trick, headed clear by Kitchen. Ollie's able to clear it. Someone is down injured for York City. Is it Gray on that far side? Pierce has picked it up. Back it goes to Kitchen. I think it's Gray, isn't it, who's down. City have it. Batty. City playing with 10 men here at the minute. Newby. Gray now gets himself back up to his feet very slowly. Kitchen at the back. Tries to clear down the line. He can't beat his man. It's having some defending now to do. He's under pressure in his own penalty area, and he manages to get it clear to Boateng. Boateng to the left hand side. Now City can come forward through the centre of the field with Hunt. Hunt to Felix on the right, who's pushed high up, as he seems to be more often than not. Felix up towards the edge of the box, gives it to Pierce. Pierce back to goal, has to go all the way back to Batty. City got lots of men forward, but there's a black wall of 7 or 8 players. Hunt tries to set it through. Pierce wide right, can he pull it back? He wins a corner kick, as if for York City he does.
Yes, yeah. Again, good foot. Ollie Pierce has gone down as well there, you know. I think he's alright.
Yeah, he's fine.
But good football again from City. They're not out of this match, David. This is a crazy sort of game of
Hunt's
football.
Hunt's gone down, Pierce went down, Gray went down. His body's going down all over the shop here.
As long as we don't go down, David, we'll be fine.
I've got full faith in you.
Yep.
Been able to survive the last 20 odd minutes.
Well, I mean, it's been a heck of a pace. It's slowed down slightly, but you still feel there's goals here.
Batty takes this corner into the middle. It comes easy for the goalkeeper, straight into his arms.
Yeah,
unchallenged.
Yeah, need to have a challenge. I mean, it's not the worst corner in the world, but with no challenge, it looks terrible.
Abdul Malik on halfway. They tried to pick him out. Gray has tracked him this time and is able to get there first and give it back to Harrison Mayle. Mayle to the right hand side to Felix. Felix to Batty. Batty back to Felix. Now Fallowfield. Hunt in the centre circle, gives it to Kitchen. Kitchen to Gray. He's across this left hand side, gives it to Newby. Newby just runs into Richardson. And he wins it back and he gets it past Kitchen. Newby does well though, and he'll get it back for York City. And there's a little shove in the back there from Richardson. That was a slightly bit naughty from Lewis Richardson. And Newby has got cramp.
I was just going to say, he's put a lot of work in. To be honest, all the players have put an awful lot of work into this match. From both sides. So it's not surprising there's cramp. I think Newby's put a big shift in this evening, and he could do with him just getting over this cramp because he's been playing well.
He's up. Here's Newby. City needing to stay on. He's the man in form in front of goal. Got the goal again tonight.
A fantastic goal as well.
Kitchen. Gives it to Newby. Oh, Newby just gives away possession. He tries to play it inside to Hunt. And now Richardson's on his bike on this right hand side. He's got Brunt outside of him. Richardson tries to thread it through into the middle, looking for a rush on his hat trick once more. Intercepted by Howe. Batty can give it to Boateng. Now there's a big space for Boateng to ring into. Over halfway he comes through the centre circle. Runs to the right hand side and gives it to Felix. Felix needs some help in the middle. Needs some red shirts getting up there. Right, on the overlap comes Fallowfield. In comes the ball now. Headed clear though by Reynolds. Brunt, and then he calmly nods it across this near side, and Richardson will clear first time. Oh, what a ball that is. Looking for a rush. City 1-on-1 again at the back, and Howe thankfully gets there first and gives it back to his goalkeeper.
Yeah, he read it so well there, Callum Howe, but you're right, it was essentially 1-on-1. If the ball goes to the Boreham Wood player. Oh, what
Batty
ball that is.
down the centre of the field, looking for Pearce, just couldn't bring it under control, and it allows Ilasanmi to get back in because he got in front of his man there, did Ollie Pearce.
Great ball from Batty. Brilliant direct ball, and Pearce just didn't get it quite right.
Cox to halfway, now to Richardson. Schuman's got a big smile on his face down there as he talks to his assistant João Alves, and now they've played it through. The 2-on-1 here. Brunt, edge of the area. Someone's got to close him down. They don't. Harrison Mayle has to punch it away. The shot right down his throat. Could have done better there, Brunt. Why didn't City close him down?
I have no idea, but we're on the break again here, David.
Gray around the back, but the ball's bouncing away from him. He couldn't bring it under control, and Reynolds gets it back for Boreham Wood. Alarming, the lack of closing down at times.
Oh dear.
And again, Richardson has skipped away from two men on this near side. Has to go back in field to White. Now it's O'Connell, and O'Connell's caught by Pearce. Pearce doesn't like the decision. Free kick given to the away team. York City 1, Boreham Wood 2. 16 minutes plus injury time to go on BBC Radio York as Ollie Banks gets ready to come on.
Yeah, do you know what? This could be the kind of game where Ollie Banks, Josh Stones maybe, that chances are going to come in this last 20 minutes or so.
Well, and there will be more chances in this game, but I think there's going to be chances at both ends.
That's the problem.
Oh, Abdul Malik on that left-hand side gets away from Fallowfield. Not once, but twice into the penalty area. Still got it, Abdul Malik. He's going for a third time. Fallowfield's done well to get back in place. He managed to lay it off the edge of the area to Ilasanmi. Ilasanmi goes back to Brunt. Brunt now back to O'Connell. Now it's to Bush. Look how many men forward here. Bush, poor cross from him. Wow. Behind, but they sent everyone forward looking for a third goal there, did the away team.
Yeah, I mean, you know, credit to them. That's what good teams do. They go for that killer goal, and hopefully it works against them and City hit them on the break. But credit to Boreham Wood.
This is going to be a triple change here. Brooks, Banks, and Batty. Sorry, Brooks.
Stones.
Sorry, Stones.
Yeah.
Batty's obviously already come on.
If Batty comes off, David, I think there'll be a very unhappy player out there.
Right, let's see what's going on in a second as Ilasanmi heads that clear for Boreham Wood. Into touch it goes, throw in York City far side of the field. They're taking on instructions from Gary Elphick of the three substitutes down here. Hunt round the corner, that's a nice ball to Gray. Infield it goes to Pearce. Pearce tries it first time round the corner, looking for Felix, but Ilasanmi got there first, gives it back to his goalkeeper and he's able to clear. Forward it goes to Rush. Again, 1-on-1 at the back here. Howe's got there first. Has to be careful with the back pass. Almost short. Mayle just gets there before the onrushing Tom White closes him down. On Brunt's beat the tackle in the centre of the park. Brunt loses possession.
Bad decision from Brunt, you know. His number 32 there was in. He was in on goal if
Rush was in.
Found
You're
Rush.
Right. That's skewed across the far side by Reynolds. York City throw in. Now this triple change will take place. Cometh the hour, cometh Josh Stones. Needs a performance here.
Yeah, we could do with an Ollie Banks special.
Oh, City have taken the throw in quickly again on that far side.
They're not letting. They don't want to come off. The players don't want to come off.
Fallowfield. Oh dear. He has it again at the back, does Ryan Fallowfield. Now to Howe. Forward to Felix, round the corner. Didn't look where it was going, but he manages to find Pearce. Pearce gets away from his man. Gray has it. Gray down the right hand side, running at the full back. Still got it as Gray. Thinks about going to the byline, then holds it up and cuts back. Gives it to Batty for a first time cross. In it comes. It's over the head of everyone and put behind by Lewis Richardson for a York City corner.
What a ball in from Dan Batty again. Wow, he has whipped that in right under. The keeper couldn't come for it because the ball was bending away from him. Just needed someone on the end of it. Decent defending in the end.
City are going to make the changes first. What number's going to go up? Good luck, fourth official. You got 3 to do here. You messed last time with 2.
He's in trouble.
So Stones is coming on for number 21, which is Greg Ollie. who's already gone off.
Gregory's already gone off. Yeah.
So he's got that number wrong. Well played, fourth official. Stones is coming on now for
Boateng's gone.
Boateng.
Now then, Josh Stones, let's see what you are. Let's see what you can do, young man. Tonight would be good. And keep your head. It's Joe Felix, I think, that's coming off now, David, as well. Newbie. Do you know what? They've played well. They've just met a really good team tonight. Who you know, sometimes that happens. But City have played well. And
Newbie Felix and Boateng are the men who are coming off.
Yeah. I think City deserve at least a point here. I know Boreham would have played excellently well, but City have played equally as well in patches.
Yeah, I think they probably deserve an equalising goal.
And you feel if it was to come now, you'd think game on.
Again, the referee's having to have a word here. Josh Jones already he's been called across by the referee. Ball hasn't even been in play yet, and he's had a talking to from the ref.
Oh dear.
Batty from this near side. In comes the corner, just over the head of Kitchen, headed clear by Bournemouth, and now the break is on. But that's a poor ball from Bush. Gray, who was left as last man, is able to recycle it to the right hand side to Banks. Banks back to Gray. Bournemouth sitting deep. Banks once more. They've got 12 minutes to find something. Banks under pressure. Gives it to Brooks. Now to Batty. Batty to Kitchen. Kitchen digs out across. Pearce gets his head to it. Appeals for handball, and then a Bournemouth man goes to ground in the penalty area. The referee gives the free kick. Josh Jones isn't happy. He thinks there's a bit of play acting going on there. He pulls Cameron Cox to his feet, but the whistle's already gone, and that'll be a free kick. 2-1 to Bournemouth it remains.
Yeah, and City now, it's almost like they've shown the hand here. 3 subs. Banks, Stones, Brooks,
and it is Stones and Stones playing up front with Pearce.
Interesting, yeah. So it looks like a 4-2-2-2.
Yeah. Batty, Pearce, Hunt. Brooks wanted it on this left as he burst forward. He didn't get it. He went back into defence, and now it's with Banks. Gray, Fallowfield to the captain Callum Howe. Hunt comes forward in the centre of the field, gives it to Kitchen. Brooks back once more to Kitchen. Kitchen back to Callum Howe to Harrison Mayle. Done well there, Bournemouth, to force City all the way back. Mayle just slows the pace down, and then plays it long down the centre of the field, looking for Stones, but it's over Stones' head. He mistimes his jump, and it goes all the way through from one goalkeeper to the other.
Yeah, too easy for the defender really there. I'm not sure what Josh Jones could have done, so it was a hopeful punt forward.
Reynolds gives it back to his goalkeeper. Across the left hand side it goes for Bush. White back once more. Not the greatest back pass there to Herrick. We've not had to say his name often enough tonight. The Bournemouth goalkeeper. Brunt over the top looking for Cox on this right hand side. Kitchen does well and wins the free kick.
Yeah, wins the free kick. Yeah.
It's not a free kick.
No.
But he gets in front of his man and throws himself to ground in front of the linesman, and the referee gives it.
Do you know what we're saying about you haven't heard the Boreham keeper
Banks almost loses it on the edge of his own penalty area, trying to be clever with a flick around the corner. Ended up playing it against his standing leg.
Yeah, I was just thinking, we haven't really mentioned Harrison Mayle much either. They haven't actually. Harrison Mayle hasn't, for all the beautiful attacking football that both sides have played, neither keeper have actually been brought into action.
Yeah.
Which is astonishing, isn't it, for the football we've witnessed? And it has been fun, it has been exciting. But neither keeper have really had to make numerous saves. It's a weird one.
Stones flicks it on.
Come on.
Now he can come forward down the right hand side. Shows a bit of pace as well as Josh Stones, but he's a winger at the minute. Gets past his man, but then he's completely overhit. His touch lets him down. It goes behind for a goal kick.
You can't blame him for trying, and he tries. It's just his touch let him down there. To be fair, he'd beat his man. He was looking up for someone in the box. There was nobody, and he had to reassess within a fraction of a second, and just got it slightly off off kilter.
Goalkeeper again, it's very quiet.
It is quiet. It needs something. It needs someone to spark this game back into life for York City.
Goalkeeper clears. Onto header Fallowfield. Heads downfield first time, looking for Stones. Stones can't control it with his head. Falls to Banks. Appeals from the crowd for a high boot on Stones, but with nothing happening. He gives it on the right hand side to Gray. He tries to get across into the box, missed by everybody in the box. Kitchen will pick it up and get past his man. Kitchen pass to pull it back to Redshirt. Oh, and it's good save by the goalkeepers. Pearce had a flick at it, hit the legs of the goalkeeper, and they've scrambled it clear of Boreham Wood. That's the closest City have come to getting a goal in this second half.
It really is. Good football from York City again, with Kitchen down this left hand side, whipping the ball in across the ground, and I think Pearce got the final touch. He was never going to go in, but good signs for York City. They can get in behind this side.
Now to Fallowfield. Now we hear the South Stand and the crowd all around us.
Yeah, we need a grandstand finish here, guys.
Hunt, 7 minutes plus injury time to go. Hunt at the back for York City. They trail by 2-1. Stuart Maynard ushering his side forward, bellowing, waving his arms, telling them to get forward. Kitchen. Back to Hunt. To Batty, has a look to assess the scene. Comes forward and then gives it to Banks. Banks to Hunt. The three of them in a line of about 15 yards across the centre of the field. Now it comes down this near side for Brooks. First time cross in, it's a decent one. No one got across the goalkeeper.
It's a good ball in from Brooks, it really is, and there's lots of bodies. There's 3 bodies in there. I'm not sure what else he could do there.
I agree with you. He's been let down by his strikers there.
Yeah.
Hunt to Banks. Banks can come down the right hand side once more and puts the cross in. Can't beat Bush. That'll be another York City corner.
Yeah, don't mind that. Banks knew what he was doing. He was trying to get the ball in the box or get a corner.
An 11th corner of the game this for York City. 6 in the first half, 5 so far in the second. They've taken it quickly and gone shot. The referee doesn't like it because a Boreham Wood man has gone down off the ball. Abdul Malik.
Cramp. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, the crowd don't like it. Callum House coming across to get some instructions here from Gary Elphick as well as a drink.
Tonight's LNER Community Stadium match attendance figure is 5,193. 5,193.
You can hear the crowd.
There's a total of 46 away supporters.
Ironic cheers for the 46, but they're going home the happier because they're winning 2-1. Abdul Malik still getting treatment over that far side. Just got to hope the referee allows the correct amount of additional time. He's still getting treatment over there for cramp. Let's have a look at the other latest scores in the National League. Boston 0, Morecambe 4, and Eastleigh 1, Scunthorpe United 1. Latest scores. As the treatment goes on, shows really no sign of coming to an end over that far side.
Really is trying to take the sting out of the game.
They're going to make a change here. Morris is going to come on for him. Now that Norris is stripped and ready to go, he suddenly leaps up, does Abdul Malik. He has been superb.
He has been superb, a real threat of a player. But I've got to say, the second half, he hasn't not had the impact that he had in the first half, but still a threat.
So on comes on Luke Norris, his second spell at Boreham Wood, former Tranmere, Stevenage and Colchester attacker. He goes in the penalty box to try and help defend this corner kick. Everyone's in the 6-yard box here. They're pushing, shoving all over the place again. Batty drills it across. It's a deep one off, free header clear. No one jumped for York City. It was Norris who got it clear, and it comes a second time. Free header clear once more from Brooks, is volleyed forward, and he has to go all the way back to Harrison Mayle again. It's a set piece delivery from a corner that's been wasted. Got to put challenges in.
Yeah.
Batty from a deep position on that right hand side. Howe's still forward, managed to nod it across. Stones just can't get there. Bush but got something on it. I think Stones thought it was coming and Bush wasn't going to get there, but he did. And then Stones comes into midfield and wins it back well for York City. He has to get back on his bike now to get in the box. Banks to the right hand side to Fallowfield. Fallowfield should have put it in. Comes into the middle to Hunt. Round the corner it goes, but straight to Bush. And now Boreham Wood on the break, but they've lost the ball on the stretch. Batty wins it back for York City. Dan Batty takes on the shot. There's a reason why he's not scored for well over 1,000 days, and that is it from 30 yards.
Yeah, but they're throwing everything at it, City. You know, there's still time. There's still time. I think Callum Howe could have a part to play here. Get the ball launched forward to him and see what we've got.
Goal kick, the referee tells them to get on with it. And they play it out from the back on this near side with Cox. He plays a long ball down over the top, looking for Brunt. Batty follows him, and Batty gives it back to Harrison Mayle, who gets under that clearance. Not the greatest clearance, but it finds Brooks, who brings it down his chest, then puts the tackle in on Richardson. The referee says it's fine. Ball's bouncing downfield. Bush will get there before Pearce. And then there's a little shove in the back of the Bournemouth man, but nothing given. Brooks is able to clear for York City down this left-hand side. Reynolds puts it into touch for a York City throw. Josh Stones, we're going to get a Ben Brooks long throw here.
Has he got one?
He does have one.
Brilliant.
We've only seen it once this season so far. This will be the second time from what I can remember.
Well, landed on Callum Howe's head. And it's so important to get in and around Callum Howe and get the bits.
In it comes now into that penalty area. It's allowed to bounce in the box and it falls to Hunt. Hunt gives it back to Brooks. He puts it in first time. It's a deep cross. On the back header on goal. And it's in net! What a brilliant header! Ryan Fallowfield back across goal. Everyone stood. It was like time stood still. And the ball was going to drift over. But it dropped right in that top corner. What a beauty of a header that is from Ryan Fallowfield. He gets City level. York City 2. Boreham Wood 2. And there's a yellow card there for Mark Kitchen for something or other.
Oh wow, what a goal, what a header. You will not see a better header across Europe this evening. Ryan Fallowfield, take a bow. That is, and what a ball in. I think it's Ben Brooks with a cross. What a ball. Oh my God, come and head it, he said, and he did. Headed it right into the far top corner, gave the keeper zero chance. What a goal, what a header. It gets better every time you look at it. Watch that back tonight, people, because that is absolute perfection.
It's a free header, but the direction is perfect.
It's not easy. That is
12 yards out on the angle.
That's a tough. He's just got it. He's got it all right.
This game always finishes in a draw, Ian.
Maybe take that right now.
There's still time.
There is still time. In York City, they think there's still time. I would say, don't leave yourselves one-on-one, guys. This isn't a bad point.
Oh, now Brunt's just gone down off the ball here. Came in ramp, right in front of the dugouts here. The York City dugout are furious. York City have got a free kick on halfway, and Brunt has been told, because you're near the side of the pitch, you need to go off for treatment. We're not stopping this game. And he's making him go off, so they're going to be down to 10 men.
Well, that is stupid. Stupid from the bottom.
Kitchen's coming to help him off, because he's struggling so much to get that yard off. They're going to change him now as well. I think they will, instead of taking the 10 men.
Do they still have to go down to 10 men first?
No, he's going to be all right. He's going to come off his Brunt.
He isn't. I think he's going to have to come off the pitch.
Oh, he's got his board all mixed up again. Here's the fourth official. What a mess. 0-0's gone up on his board.
Wow. Well, it isn't 007, that's for sure.
Only 4 minutes.
4 minutes? I want more now. I mean, I just can't get over that goal, David. That was sheer perfection from the cross. The cross in was absolutely vicious.
So Benton,
and then the header.
Benton's come on for Brunt. 4 minutes of added time. We played 30 seconds, but there's got to be more. Free kick on halfway. Batty, everyone fought for York City's. Batty just drilled that straight at the goalkeeper to gather. That's poor from Dan Batty. Now City win it back from a poor distribution from the goalkeeper. Hunt, the centre of the field to Batty. 2-2 BBC Radio York. Grandstand finish possibly coming up. Kitchen will put the ball in the box. In it comes now. It's a deep one onto the head of Stones. He flicks it on, but there's no one there apart from Ilasami to clear. The break's on, but Rush can't get there first. Hunt gives it to the goal scorer Fallowfield, and it goes back to Alex Hunt. Now to Batty. Batty. Cross to Fallowfield again on the far side of the field. What a game this has been.
Oh, it's been brilliant. Two really good teams, and they haven't held back. Neither team have held back.
Welcome back to Scar Athletic, listeners.
But we deserve this, Dave. We do deserve this.
2-2 here at the LNER. York City getting a late equaliser, now going looking for a late winner. I'm sure that'll delight all of you Scarborough Athletic fans. Kitchen to Howe. Across it goes to Batty.
The fans are baying for this goal, you know. It feels like there's something could come here. Come on, City.
Gray on the right-hand side. Bournemouth backtracking. He goes back to Banks. Banks had a long chat with his good mate Jeff King before the game here this evening. Banks to Kitchen. Kitchen to this left-hand side to Brooks, who got the assist for the last one. Tries to put the cross in, hits Richardson, who's going to roll around the floor, claiming he's been poleaxed. That hit him on his leg. He's told to get up.
Play on.
Kitchen puts it into the box. In the middle it comes. Bush, good header clear from him. Back it goes to Batty. Batty nods it to Fallowfield. Fallowfield put it in from that far side. Into the middle it comes, onto the head of the big centre-back Reynolds. Far side of the field it goes. Elisami does really well to clear his lines, but then ends up falling, and it goes to Fallowfield into the box. Cross comes in from Fallowfield into the middle. Pierce is taken down, is he? He's not. The referee says he goes to ground. So too to the defender. Both of them appealing for a foul. I think it's just one of those things that goes into touch on this near side, and that'll be a throw into Boreham Wood.
It looked, maybe they both had a little bit of each other.
Number 2, Ryan Fallowfield.
Well, he's had a great game. He has had a great game, Fallowfield. And then to top it off with that's going to be one of the goals of the season. For technique, it was perfect.
Not much happening.
Not much happening for the penalty.
Bush throw in, long throw down the line. Rush tries to lay it off. Brooks gets back in for City. Keeps it in play just about, and then he's caught by Rush, who got both of the goals for the visitors. We're into the final 60 seconds. City have a free kick at the back on the left-hand side that Batty takes and gives to his goalkeeper Harrison Mayle to send downfield. He gives it out instead to the right-hand side to Gray. Stokes says where he wants it. He points in front of him. Didn't pick out the run. Gray keeps hold of possession. Everyone behind the ball now for Boreham Wood, who I think would settle for the 2-2.
City aren't settling. They want the win.
City are not settling. Kitchen. Back it goes once more to Batty. Batty's forced all the way back here to his goalkeeper.
Well, it might be worth launching it.
10 seconds. Should be a little bit more as well.
One last swing.
Mayle down the centre of the field it goes. Richardson heads clear at the back. He's going to come across this near side, and Pearce is going to pick it up as a left winger. Ollie Pearce. He's got Brooks with him. Pearce wins the option in the corner. Here we go. Here's that grandstand finish.
My word. The roof will come off this place if City were to score a winner. I'm only talking about my head. My word. Can
Batty.
City do it?
Decent delivery, please, Dan. Decent delivery is required.
Good area.
In it comes now. It's a deep one round the back, looking for Howe. Free header clear once more. To the edge of the area it comes to Gray to take on a shot. Into the middle. Banks takes on the shot on the turn, and it rolls into the arms of the goalkeeper. The referee blows the final whistle. It always ends in a draw. That's 7 times in a row that York City and Boreham Wood haven't been separated. York City 2, Boreham Wood 2. What a game, Ian Dunn.
What a game. What can you say? That had everything. And credit to them. They've come here and they've given City a scare. They've given us a go. They've given us a battle. The City matched them, David. For a large majority of that match, City matched them and showed what we're made of, which is, a team that was up against it in them first few minutes, but they managed to find themselves get back into the game, and a lot of ability, a lot of quality. But I tell you what, so much heart and work rate from this team. This just gives me a lot of real good feeling for the season ahead, that this team have got the heart, the belief that they can do well. That was a good team they played tonight, and I think we more than matched them.
Yeah, behind twice in this game with York City. Terrible start going behind after just 100 seconds, but they managed to get equalisers at the end of each half. In the first half it was Alex Newby once again. The second half, Ryan Fallowfield with his first goal of the season. It finishes at the LNER Community Stadium. York City 2, Boreham Wood 2.
Georgie Spanswick at breakfast.
Have you had anything odd stolen? Declan's been going on about this. He had his wheelie bin nicked. Do we have any idea who might have stolen your bin?
Literally no clue.
Distinguishing marks on the bin? Is there anything that you can identify it by?
The wheels were falling off.
I'm beginning to get quite upset with Declan.
Oh, really?
You've got to have common sense with these things. You have got to have the number of your property on it.
Oh.
Well, this is no good after the fact, is it?
Has your bin got a number on it?
Oh, it has. Gold letters.
Oh, gold letters!
Georgie Spanswick at breakfast. Weekdays from 6. Just ask your smart speaker to play BBC Radio York.